Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Snowflake here and welcome to another episode of Oblivion. Quickly before we start off, just a reminder that I have a thing called Snowflake Sunday where you guys can vote for the content you want to see every Sunday. I'll leave a link to the form for next week's Sunday. The deadline for that is the end of this Sunday after this video comes out. A bit confusing, but it'll all be explained a lot more simply on the forum. But yeah, feel free to vote for any content you might want to see. Yeah, you can also join my Discord server in the description below as well, where the forum gets posted every week, so you can get reminded to vote. And a bunch of other cool stuff. But yeah, on to the video. In the last episode, we continued on with the Knights of the Nine questline and managed to recover the helm of the Crusader after some instructions from our friend Pellinor Whitestrake, who gave us a vision after we did the pilgrimage with all the shrines of the Nine Divines. He set us on our way to his shrine, which was underwater, and therefore not plundered by adventurers, and we managed to pick up the helm of the Crusader there, after fighting through a bunch of ghosts and skeletons and liches, which some of them were a little bit tough, but we managed to make it through and picked up the helm, which is the first piece of the Crusader's relics. We also learnt about Sir Amiel, right? One of the members of the Knights of the Nine, which is the first time he'd been formally introduced, I think, to the Order, where he'd let us know that there's a lot of failings, a lot of infighting, a lot of selfishness, a lot of non-piousness from the Lord of the Knights of the Nine, which led to the Order failing in its task to recover all of the relics of the Crusader, which hopefully we will succeed at where they failed. We also learned the location of the Priory of the Nine, which was like the Knights of the Nine headquarters, and we got a special ring from Sir Amiel, which should open up the Priory so we can actually use it for ourselves. So that sounds interesting. In fact, let's look at the quest Priory of the Nine. So I found the body of Sir Amiel, who appears to have perished centuries ago while questing for the Shrine of a Crusader. Perhaps I can find some clues on his body that will help my own quest for the Crusader's relics turn out better than his. Sir Amiel was a member of the Knights of the Nine, a holy order devoted to recovering the relics of the Crusader. Through reading his journal, I have learned the location of their former headquarters, the Priory of the Nine in the West Weald. Once I have recovered the helm from the Shrine of the Crusader, I should proceed to the Old Priory. Now that I have recovered the helm, I should proceed to the Priory of the Nine, see if it still holds the cuirass of the Crusader. So that is what we shall do. Okay, so actually the Priory of the Nine is in a bit of a weird location where we don't have anywhere near it really on the map. I think this Fort Robeck, which we probably found on our Nern route hunt, is the closest. So let's go there. I wonder if we'll be greeted by some bad guys. Maybe not. Okie dokie. Oh, there's a spider daedra, never mind. Okay. This must have been where like a gate to Oblivion was or something. No paralyzed, please. Oh, something's still mad at us. Oh, fire. Oh, it's a Zivalai. And you summon a Clanfear after me. Oh, this is not good. Oh, there's two Zivalais and two Clanfears. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, let's just... Oh my god, this is not good. Okay, Okay, hopefully they don't summon any more clan fears. Ow. Oh, you knocked me down good there, Zivilize. And now they're just poking me from a distance. Okay, so there are limits to our power. Oh, that sword is... Oh god, that animation's gonna... Okay, that's back to normal. That was weird. I do have all my reflect gear on, right? Okay, yeah, just checking. I will eventually win this fight, it's just gonna take a little while longer than I'd have hoped. I did not realize this was a Daedric fort. Or that it would have 2 Zivilize and a spider. I'm glad we rushed down the spider, because this would have been even more difficult. Okay, 1 Zivilize down. Okay, there we go. We just needed to get it down to 1. Let's grab those Daedric Claymores for sure. Although I feel like we may have lost the other one to the void. I would have quite liked to have both. Maybe it's further up. I don't see it. Maybe it's by this rock. Nope, the rock is not cooking. Alright, well we'll just have the 1 Daedric Claymore then. Oh yeah, I was gonna do some alchemy stuff. Right. Restore health, very needed. And Daedra Venom for Paralyze. Oh, we've angered a bear. This is quite funny that we've run into a bear. Because, let's just say bears have a role to play later on. And me killing the bear was quite funny. But I'm not going to spoil too much. Oh, is this an old alien ruin? No, it's just a well. Well, might as well get a free magic buff. This does not mean I'm siding with Umaril. Oh, I don't think it worked. I think I reflect spelled the alien well enchantment. Which isn't good. Are these harvestable lilies? Oh, they are. So many of them. God. I think we got them all. No, you're not even close. There's more stuff here. Water hyacinths. Oh no, we still have not got more. It's weird when it chooses it wants to be able to grab. Oh, is it flawed pearl? Nice. Worth the little swim in the pouring rain. No, that's the same one. Alright. Don't mind me, it's just a touch of alchemy. Yeah, are we missing... Oh, I was going to say, are we missing a... something? Okay, we're never going to get cold. We're never going to get paralyzed. And we can damage other people's luck. Oh. What the heck? Oh. I have angered a wolf. Lady's Smock. That's also restore health, I think. No, restore intelligence. Damn. Well, at least our travels are getting us some good stuff. Dragon's Tongue, Viper's Bug Loss, more flax seeds. More pretty plants. I'm not going to run out of magic either, that's for sure. Is that a ruin of some sort to my right? Yeah, interesting. The Priory of the Nine is close. Nightshade, that's good. That's damage health. That's useful. And that must be it down there, I guess. Yeah, that's sort of looks like what I would imagine a priory would look like. I heard something. Like a horse galloping. Not sure. But, damage health. Let's go. Wait, did we complete the quest? See if it still holds with Curiosity of the Crusader. Okay, so the quest marker's gone, so I'm guessing I just need to go inside at this point. I found Priory of the Nine. Oh, there's a couple of plants here too. These ones are kind of stuck in the ground, but managed to get something out of them. Okay, so this looks very, very similar to Wayne and Priory, if you hadn't noticed. There's like, this time the chapel, this is a chapel, right? Is to the left. But the Priory looks very similar. It's even got this little alleyway here. So is there going to be a sheep pen? No, not yet, but maybe eventually. So yeah, very similar to looking to Wayne and Priory. But I believe we have to go inside the Priory. We'll have a look around. It's been left in a little bit of a state. We've got a book called The Life of Uriel Septim VII. And I'm going to check to make sure that that is not a book I have not read. I think I've read this one. Yeah, I have indeed, but we'll still take it. Because it has some value. Go to urns and vases. Yeah, you can tell this place has been abandoned for a while. There's no furniture. There's cobwebs everywhere. That picture's wonky. But it still has some stuff in it. Like this folded cloth, like some probably very gone off pears. You can pick these carrots up off the floor, they're probably filthy anyway. Oh, the Adabala. We read that? I don't think so. Oh, this is a book about Pelennor Whitestrake, so I mean I guess there's a reason why it's in here, right? Let's read it. The Adabala. Edit's note. The Adabala is traditionally believed to be the memoirs of Morihaus, consort to Alessia the Slave Queen. While this cannot be historically verified, the Adabala is certainly among the oldest written accounts to come down to us from the early First Era. Pellennor's death, and in the blood-flawed throne room of white gold, the severed head of Pelennor spoke to the winged bull Morihaus, demigod lover of Al-Esh, saying, "Our enemies have undone me, and spread my body into hiding. In mockery of divine purpose, the Aliads cut me into eighths, for they are obsessed with this number." Get it? Eight divines? Because I guess the Knights of the Nine story, like Pelennor predates Talos, I think. And Morihaus, confused, snorted through his ring, saying, "Your crusades went beyond her counsel, Whitestrake, but I am a bull, and therefore reckless in my wit. I think I would go and gore our prisoners as if we had left any alive. You are blood made glorious, uncle, and will come again as fox, animal, or light. Cyrod is still ours." Is that, like, meant to be an abbreviation for Cyrodiil? Probably. Then Pelennor spoke again for the last time. "Beware, Morihaus, beware. With the foresight of death, I know now that my foe yet lives. Bitter knowledge to take to my grave. Better that I had died believing myself a victor. Although cast beyond the doors of night, he will return. Be vigilant. I can no longer shield the host of men from Umaril's retribution." Alessia's youth during the slave years. Perith's original tribe is unknown, but she grew up in Sard and on Sardavar Lead, where the Aliads herded in men from across all the Niben. Khofri, Nede, Al-Gemha, men of Kreef. I don't know what any of those words mean, though those were later known to be imported from the north. Keptu, men of Ger, who were eventually destroyed when the Flower King Nilichi made great sacrifice to an insect god named Lost. Oh, I guess that name's been omitted. Al-Harad, men of Ket, others, but this was Cyrod, the heart of the Imperatum Saliaci, Imperatum? Where men knew no freedom, even to keep family, or choice of name except in secret, and so to their alien masters all of these designations were irrelevant. Men were given over to the lifting of stones and the draining of the fields, and the upkeep of temple and road, or to become art tortures for strange pleasures, as in the wailing wheels of Vindicel, and the gut gardens of Cercin, and flesh sculpture, which was everywhere among the slaves of the Aelids in those days, or worse, the realms of the Fire King Hadhul, where the begetting of drugs drawn from the admixture of Dedrons hid the living host let one inhale new visions of torment, and children were set aflame for nighttime tiger sport. That's nice of you. Morehouse explains Alessia's names. Then Morehouse said to them, "In your tales you have many names for her. Al-Esh, given to her in Ur, but when translated sounds like a redundancy. The Hai-Hai, from which come the more familiar corruptions. Alishut, Esha, Alessia. You knew her as Paravet, given to her when crowned, first of its kind, by which the gods meant a mortal worthy of the majesty, but is killing, questing, healing, which is also Paraval, Pavesh, Perifu, Perif, and in my case, for it is what I called her when we were lovers, Paravania. Though she is gone to me, she remains bathed in stars, first Empress Lady of Heaven, Queen ut Sirod." And they considered themselves full answered and departed. Didn't really understand much of that. We'll maybe look at that at some other point. But yeah, that is the Adabala. We have a bed, which I think we can use to sleep. We have a bunch of empty shelves and barrels. We have a secret room similar to Wayne and Priory, except it's not really a secret in here. Another bedroll. We have the Song of Pelinal V7. Which I do not think we've read, which is definitely about Pelinal Whitestrake. So let's read that. The Song of Pelinal, Volume 7, on his battle with Umariel and his dismemberment. Editor's note, this fragment comes from a manuscript recovered from the ruins of the Alessian Order's monastery at Lake Canulus, which dates it to some time prior to the War of Righteousness, First Era 2321. However, textual analysis suggests that this fragment actually preserves a very early form of the song, perhaps from the mid-6th century. And so, after many battles with Umariel's allies, where dead Aurorans lay like candlelight around the throne, the Pelinal became surrounded by the last Aelid sorcerer kings and their demons, each one heavy with valiance. The Whitestrake cracked the floor with his mace and they withdrew, and he said, "Bring me Umariel that called me out." While mighty in his aspect and wicked, deathless golden Umariel, favoured ruin from afar over close combat, and so he tarried in the shadows of the White Tower before coming forth. More soldiers were sent against Pelinal to die. They managed to pierce his armour with axes and arrows, but Umariel had wrought each one by long valiance, which he had been hoarding since his first issue of challenge. Presently the half-elf showed himself, bathed in meridian light, and he listed his bloodline in the Aeliadun, and spoke of his father, a god of the previous Kalpas, World River, and taking great delight in the heavy breathing of Pelinal, who had finally bled. Text loss. And Umariel was laid low, the angel face of his helm dented into an ugliness which made Pelinal laugh, and his unfeathered wings broken off with sword strokes delivered while Pelinal stood frothing. Oh wow, Pelinal was really enjoying himself. Above him, insulting his ancestry and anyone else that took ship from old Elnathay, which angered the other elvish kings and drove them to a madness of their own. And they fell on him, speaking to their weapons, cutting the Pelinal into apes, while he roared in confusion, which even the council of skiffs could hear. Text loss. Ran when Moore shook the whole of the tower with mighty bashing from his horns the next morning, and some were slain in overabundance in the taking, and men looked for more aliens to kill, but Pelinal had left none, save those kings and demons that had already begun to flee. Okay, interesting. So Pelinal was taunted the elvish kings so much that they were the ones that ended up killing Pelinal back in the end. So yeah, not a good idea from our boy. It was Morehouse who found the Whitestrake's head, which the kings had left to prove their deeds, and they spoke, and Pelinal said things of regrets. But the rebellion had turned away, and more words were said between these immortals, but even the Paravant would not deign to hear. Okay, a little bit of a insight into Pelinal there. Got some cloth in his chest. Got some more books. Shazar and the Divines. Don't think we read Shazar and the Divines. Shazar and the Divines by Faustulus Junius, Sub-Curator of Ancient Theology and Paleonumerology, Imperial Library. The position that Shazar enjoys in Cyrillic worship is often misconstrued. He and 1,000 other deities have sizable cults in the Imperial City. Shazar is especially venerated in the Colovian West, where he is called Shor there. He's also called Shor in Skyrim, right? As the West Kings are resolutely and religiously Nordic, right? The haziness of Shazar's relationship to the Divines, he is often called their missing sibling, begins with Saint Alessia, the so-called slave queen of Cyrodiil, the founder figure of the original Cyrodiilic Empire. In the earlier Syro-Nordic stories of the Heartland, Shazar fought against the Aelids, the Heartland High Elves, on mankind's behalf. Then for some unknown reason he vanishes from the stage, presumably to help other humans elsewhere, and without his leadership the Aelids conquer the humans and enslave them. This slavery lasts for generations. The isolated humans eventually begin to venerate the pantheon of their masters, or at least assimilate so much of High Elven religious practices into their native traditions that the two become indistinguishable. In First Era 242, under the leadership of Alessia, her demigod lover, Mori House Breath of Kinna, and the infamous Pernal Wedgedrake, the Cyrodiilic humans revolt. When Skyrim lends its armies to the Slave Queen of the South, the revolution succeeds. The Aelid hegemonies are quickly overthrown. Shortly thereafter, White Gold Tower is captured by Alessia's forces, and she promptly declares herself the first Empress of Cyrodiil. Part of the package meant that she had to become the High Priestess of Akatosh as well. Akatosh was an old merry-god, and Alessia's subjects were as yet unwilling to renounce their worship of the Elven pantheon. She found herself in a very sensitive political situation. She needed to keep the Nords as her allies, but they were at that time fiercely opposed to any adoration of Elven deities. On the other hand, she could not force her subjects to revert back to the Nordic pantheon, for fear of another revolution. Therefore concessions were made, and Empress Alessia instituted a new religion, the Eight Divines, an elegant, well-researched synthesis of both pantheons, Nordic and Altmarine. So yeah, the Nords, who some of them don't always align fully with the Imperial tradition of worshipping the Eight Divines, there's still some of them, they still like some of them, I think. Shazar, as a result, had to change. He could no longer be the bloodthirsty anti-Altar warlord of old. He could not disappear altogether either, or the Nords would have withdrawn their support of her rule. In the end, he had become the spirit behind all human undertaking. Even though this was merely a thinly disguised, watered-down version of Shor, it was good enough for the Nords. As for why the Septim has not attempted to revitalize Shazar during his wars against the Altbury Dominion, we can only speculate that, at this time, memories of the Alessian Order's follies, the Dragon Break, the War of Righteousness, the defeat at Gelnumbria Moors, would only damage his campaign for the Imperial Crown. Okay, a bit about Shazar/Shor there. On Oblivion I know we've read. Got some pewter cutlery and another painting. But that's it for this level of the Priory of the Nine. Now apparently there is a priory basement somewhere. And we're being pointed in this direction, but wait a minute. There is no door. Actually, before we do that, let's make some stuff with our ingredients. Okay. But if we look at the floor, there is a Knights of the Nine symbol which we can interact with. Sir Amiel's ring fits perfectly into the diamond-shaped opening in the floor. And alas, a secret door to a secret basement. Okay. So let's be wary, we might find some weird stuff down here. Looks like a smithing area. Clay plate, calipers, an iron dagger. I'll take that. And some other iron weapons too. Long swords and daggers. Metal tankard, hourglass, inkwell. Huntsman vest we'll take. We'll take a lockpick. Let's take some shoes. We'll practice target here. Definitely looks like a training area. Yep, training area. There's a cupboard with some clothes. And some chests. Armory. Iron warhammer, steel mace. 2 Knights of the Nine cuirasses and shields. Nice. Do we have those? I feel like we had at least the shield. Iron burr, iron gauntlets, iron greaves. It's a shame it's all iron, but we'll live. We will now enter the Priory Undercroft. Okay, that looks like a cuirass with some sparkles around it, indicating possible enchantments. 12 gold, nice. Let's have a look around, see what else. 18 gold, a little bit better. Tomb of Sir Henrik. Okay. Tomb of Sir Caius. Now these possibly the names of the old knights. I think we may have heard some of these names mentioned. Let's go this way. Minor rune scroll and 17 gold. Tomb of Sir Casimir. Tomb of Sir Torolf. And a chest with more armour and swords. A lot of them. We're actually almost full up on inventory. Okay. Look around here as well. Tomb of Sir Ralphus. Oh. Hello there. We have got a bunch of knights over here. And I think one of them wants to chat.
By the strength and guidance of the Nine, who comes before us upon this sacred ground, seeking the cuirass of the divine Crusader? Step forward, adventurer, and face us each in honorable combat. For the vows we fail to revere in life, we shall uphold in death. No unworthy soul shall lay hands upon this sacred artifact without the leave of the Knights of the Nine.
Okay. Hopefully.
He was here a second ago.
He was here a second ago. Okay, so we have to fight each of these guys. I thought they'd give us like a bit of dialogue before that, but we're going straight into this. Okay, Sir Gregory. Let's see what you got. And as for who I am, Sir Emil, I'm the guy who found your dead body. And actually found the helm of the Crusader. Nice. Yeah, back to your spot, Gregor.
Sir Gregory, you are defeated. Sir Casimir, step forward.
Which one are you? You. Okay. Nope. There we go. Take that, Sir Casimir.
have bested Sir Casimir. Face Sir Ralph.
Nice, be fully healed off. Where are you, Ralphus? There you are. Oh, you don't like shields, you like longsword and vibes. Nice, block's always good. It is funny to see ghosts fatigue. Like, how do they get tired?
You have fought. Step back and let the challenge continue. Sir Henry, come forward.
Oh, Sir Albus looks like he's struggling a little bit. Oh, you also, you go with a claymore. You like your two hands, do you, Sir Henrik? I missed. Nice. So Henrik is gone.
You have overcome half of us, and yet you remain standing. Perhaps Sir Caius shall test your true.
We'll see. Where are you, Caius? Not a shadow monarch, I hope. Yeah, we're doing well. Yeah, we got him good. Hey, are there any good knights here?
Fury of faith that I have not seen in centuries, but now you face Sir Junkin.
Junkin? Where are you at, Junkin? You have Junk in your name, so you can't be that good. Nice. Excuse me, sir, whatever your name is, but trying to fight your buddy. He was a red guard too.
You have lost, Sir Junkin. Sir Torolf, show the challenger the ferocity of the North.
Okay, Sir Torolf. Next on the list. Oh man, the North. Seen better days. Jeez, you're just being absolutely destroyed, Torolf. May have been the easiest one of them all. He just kept staggering.
You have stood against the Knights of the Nine and lived. However, the final test is upon you. Ready yourself, Sir Knight, and face me!
Alright, Sir Amiel. You can't be that tough. I mean, you got beaten up in a cave, and I beat up the things that beat you up in that cave. You're going for power attacks, huh? He's a bit stronger than the others, but... he's staggered now too. Ooh, that would have been a nice finisher. And he's dead forever. We done now, Sir Amiel?
Sir Knight, in 300 years, none have stood against us and lived. Step forward and claim what is yours by right. May your
Thanks, Amy. We're calling him Amy now. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't have been able to get the cuirass until I beat all of those guys in combat. I've defeated the ghostly guardians of the cuirass of a Crusader. I can now claim it for my own. I was going to make a point, and I completely forgot it, so hopefully it comes back to me. Okay. Tomb of Sir Ralbus, Tomb of Sir Amiel, chest with cross shield, gold, and a repair hammer. Tomb of Sir Gregory, Tomb of Sir Juncan. Okay. Can you talk to some of these guys? Sir Ralbus.
Your sword and your faith are true. You may claim the cuirass with my leave.
Okay, Knights of the Nine.
Our greed for the relics overshadowed our faith in the Nine. I can only hope that you are stronger than we were.
Interesting. I hope so, even though I am pretty
Walk
greedy.
with the Nine, Sir Knight.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, because he said, like, we're the first people in 300 years to come down here and beat them. But surely no one else would have even been able to get down here without the ring that I got from Sir Amiel's body. So surely I should be the first person to ever make it here. Right? That walking sound is unsettling me. So Casimir, what's up?
Your sword and your faith are true. You may claim the cuirass with my leave.
Thanks. Knights of the Nine?
We had only the best of intentions. Truly we did. We meant only to serve the Nine and the Empire. It's hard to believe it all went so wrong.
What was
We
that?
had only the best of intentions. Truly we
Only
did.
meant to serve the Nine. Well, not everyone, clearly.
May the Nine
According to
guide your
Sir
way.
Ralbus. Sir Amiel, what up?
By the Nine! I've not seen such strength! Could you be... No, you cannot. You are simply a noble knight.
Simply better than you. Helm of a Crusader, which is what you were trying to get, right?
You completed the quest that I could not. I'm glad that my death at least served to lead you here, as I had hoped.
Well, I'm sure you were hoping not to be killed. Knights of the Nine?
The original Order of the Nine was founded with the intention of safekeeping the Crusader's relics. In life,
Well,
we
you
fail
got one of
this
them.
task. In death, we seek to preserve what little we accomplished while we wait for one to come and finish what we began.
Sir Beric?
One of the mightiest knights of my day. It was a great boost to the Order's prestige when he joined. Unfortunately, he and I did not see eye to eye on certain matters. He left the Order during the War of the Red Diamond and never returned.
Yeah, I think in Sir Amiel's journal he spoke about a lot of the arguments he had with Sir Beric, and he blamed himself for a lot of for Sir Beric's betrayal and stuff like that, which was interesting. I don't remember the exact story, but yeah,
Go.
guessing he will have a role to play in this. Sir Caius,
Greetings, Sir Knight.
what up? Knights of the Nine.
In death, we continue the work that escaped us in life. The relics must still be guarded, for someday they shall be needed once more.
Well, apparently someday is very soon. We kind of need those. Sir Beric?
Alas, my old comrade is not among us here. We do not know why his spirit did not join us here to guard our last relic. We were estranged in life, but I had hoped that in death we could be reconciled. For my part, I now know that I am largely to blame for the ruin of the old order. Sir Amiel takes too much upon himself. I will say no more.
Okay, then don't say any more.
Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
Thanks. Sir Juncan?
Your sword and your faith are true. You may claim the cuirass with my leave.
Good, everyone's giving me permission. Knights of the Nine?
The wars of men undermine the service of the Nine. Do not follow in our mistakes.
Wise
May the
words.
Nine guide your way.
Sir Torolf?
Greetings, Sir Knight. Complacency proved to be our greatest enemy. The service of the Nine requires eternal vigilance.
Hmm.
May your sword strike true.
Sir Gregory?
Your sword and your faith are true. You may claim the cuirass with my leave.
Very nice.
In matters of faith, one cannot be bogged down in the affairs of this world. Learn from us. Cast aside your treasures and serve the Nine.
Cast aside my treasures? You gotta be kidding me. Do you know how much treasure I have, Sir Gregory? More than you've ever seen in your entire life, and that includes the 300 years or so has passed since you became a spirit. Sir Henrik.
Your sword and your faith are true. You may claim the cuirass with my leave.
What do you have to say?
Though we went our separate ways when the Order fell, we all served the Nine in our hearts. All but one.
Beric, I guess.
May your sword strike true.
Yeah, Sir Alvis is really struggling. Okay, let's claim our cuirass. I have recovered the cuirass of a Crusader. I should talk to the ghosts of the former Knights of the Nine to see if they can aid me in my quest for the remaining Crusader's relics. Let's have a look at our cuirass though. Fortify Restoration 6 points, Resist Normal Weapons 15%, and Fortify Health 27 points. What do we have now? We have the Fractured Cuirass, which is Endurance and Strength 4 points. Do we want to switch? Resist normal weapons 15% is good. We've already got that on the Blade Turn Hood. And then we can add that onto it. Health 27 points. It's not that big a deal. You know, I'd rather have the strength, so I'm actually keeping my Kvatch Cuirass over my over the Cuirass of a Crusader. But it's not. It's close. It's still a very good piece of kit. Very valuable too. Obviously, it's one of a kind though, so we're not selling it. Okay, let's talk to the other knights and see if they can help us find the other pieces. So Amiel has got nothing. Let's go around this way. Sir Caius.
I am at your service, Commander.
He does not have any more info.
Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
Sir Juncan.
I wish to see you succeed where I failed. I was on the path to the boots of the Crusader, but died before I reached them.
It is a shame.
Do you wish to learn what little I know?
Tell me more.
I cannot tell you exactly how to find the boots, for that will be up to Kinnereth. I can tell you to seek out her priests, though. West of the Imperial City, on the edge of the Great Forest, is a shrine. You will find them there, and they will tell you what you need to know.
Okay, Nature's Fury. Thank you, Sir Juncan. So the boots of a Crusader are on our list.
Boots are safeguarded by Kinnereth herself. You must be tested and prove yourself worthy to acquire them.
Okay, so we've got a
Walk with
test
the Nine,
incoming.
Sir Knight.
Sir Torolf,
Greetings, Sir Knight.
you do not have any more info.
May the Nine guide your way.
Sir Gregory?
How may I serve you, Commander?
Oh, I can ask you about the boots too?
The boots have been guarded by Kinnereth herself for the longest time. Sir Juncan went after them. and never returned.
So he said.
May your sword strike true.
Sir Henrik?
If you are true to the teachings of Julianus, it may be possible for you to find the shield of the Crusader.
That sounds good. What do you mean? I mean, it's pretty obvious, but go on.
When the order crumbled, I set out on my own. After years of searching, I found the shield and brought it to Fort Bulwark for safekeeping. With the help of a few trusted friends, I began work to keep the shield safe for all eternity. I never saw my work finished. I died defending the fort from those who would take and misuse the shield. I never saw our work finished. I trust that the others carried on without me.
So it's going to be well defended then, I guess. Fort Bulwark?
It lies in the southeast of Cyrodiil, near the Black Marsh border. If all went according to plan, it should be very well guarded now.
Oh, that's great. Thanks.
Believe in yourself, and use your knowledge wisely. You will pass through unharmed, and the shield will be yours.
Okay, Julianus is the god of wisdom, right? Or knowledge. So, we're going to have to use our brains for that one. You can ask about it
Look
again.
to the southeast of Cyrodiil to find it. I cannot say for certain what is inside, but be prepared for anything.
You built up the place, didn't you? Okay. Julianus?
History and knowledge are his domain. He is the god of wisdom and logic.
Right.
He teaches us, know the truth, observe the law. When in doubt, seek wisdom from the wise.
Okay, who's the wise? Me? Shield of a Crusader.
The shield is safeguarded within Fort Bulwark. It is protected, and care must be taken when attempting to find it.
Okay.
Go
Thank
with
you,
virtue.
Sir Henrik. Sir Alvis, you're still struggling, but do you have any info?
You
for me?
have my tribute, Sir Knight. In 300 years, none have passed the gauntlet.
None have tried
In
it, I bet.
300 years, we have never known hope. But for the first time, it seems that someone may succeed where we have failed. I see in you the chance to redeem our souls and restore the order. And now, I must ask you to press forward where I could not. I must ask you to face the challenge of Zenithar.
Ooh. How did you fail? Or what must I do? Let's try and get the full story. How did you fail?
I was arrogant and foolhardy. I sought personal glory. I placed my own will and my own lust for fame over the will of the Nine. In facing the challenge of Zenithar, I failed. I tried dozens, no, hundreds of times to reach the mace. I fell each time, and each time I awoke in the chapel, I leapt again. I tried to enlist the help of the other knights, but none would come to my aid. The inscription says to walk in the faith, but even now, I do not know what this means.
I do.
I was at
Okay, I just wanted
the
to...
inscription.
I felt like I might have accidentally double-clicked for how did you fail, so I might have missed some dialogue, but no, I did not. What must I do?
Below the chapel of Zenithar in Leowyn, there is a shrine to the great craftsman, Saint Calidus. Those seeking the mace must pray before the shrine.
Okay, makes sense.
When you bow, you will receive a vision, or perhaps not. It
I
is
will either
unclear.
receive a vision
The
or I won't.
priest
Thank
saw
you.
that my body never moved, but it felt so real. You will see the mace separated from you by a great chasm. The chasm represents your doubt. Your faith must be your guide across it.
My faith will guide me?
This is what I know. As I said, my faith was weak. I did not understand the test, and I fell from the platform each time I tried to cross.
Okay.
I have told you all that I know. All that is left is for you to prove yourself more worthy than I.
And I'm happy to do that.
Mace, travel to Leowyn's chapel, kneel at the shrine in the Undercroft, and let your faith in the Nine be the salvation of us all.
Cool. More about the mace?
Legends say that when Pellinol Whitestrake was slain by the Aelids, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leowin as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman Saint Calidus built the Chapel of Zenithar in Leowin as a tribute to the legend. When Saint Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader.
Okay, and about Zenithar himself?
Of the original divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kinnereth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kinnereth's natural world. The two work in harmony, the natural world providing for the craftsman. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kinnereth.
Now, that's actually very, very, very important in this quest. That little bit about Zenithar, so it's always worth asking Sir Aralvus to go into details about Zenithar, because the links to Kinnereth, let's say, they are important in this quest line. But we move on.
Your swords strike true.
I've spoken with the ghosts of the Knights of the Nine and learned where several parts of the armour of the Crusader are hidden. I should return when I have collected them all. Yeah, probably. We didn't get to talk to Sir Casimir. Yeah. I feel like we're missing one.
I know where you may find
Yeah.
the gauntlets of the Crusader, for I was the one who lost them.
I don't know why it
Though
updated
many
my
know where
quest
they are.
like that.
They are still lost. I believe there is something you must do in order to retrieve them. Would you listen to my tale and learn of the gauntlet's fate?
Yes, please tell me. Actually, this is one of the more interesting stories from out of these 9 nights.
When the order fractured, I followed Sir Beric into war, taking the gauntlets with me. When it was over, I returned to Cyrodiil. I attempted to return to the service of the Nine, but the war had changed me. I no longer had sympathy for the weak or pity for the suffering. In the brief time I was there, I did more to hurt the chapel than help it. It was there that I was cursed.
Cursed? What do you mean?
A beggar who came to the chapel each day for help tried my patience one too many times. I lost my temper and struck him. My blow landed harder than I had intended, and he fell to the floor dead, killed in the very chapel of the god.
Nice one, Casimir.
I left the chapel at once, of course, but the damage was done. I was weak, constantly weary, and lacked the energy to do almost anything.
What about the gauntlets?
Ah, yes. As proof of the deed, when I struck the poor man, the gauntlets slipped right off my hands and fell to the floor. Heavy as stone, they would not move. None could lift them. I suspect they lie there still, in Coral's chapel. You must prove to Stendar you are worthy to lift the gauntlets once more. Seek out the priests in Coral. Perhaps they can help you.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, interesting story. So Casimir has the gauntlets of Stendar, Stendar being the god of mercy, and used them to punch a beggar to death. Maybe not intentionally, but it's still a funny story to me. And now he got cursed and lost the gauntlets, and they've not been able to be lifted since. He has a lot of other information though, the boots.
When Sir Juncan died while questing after the boots, I mourned his loss. Now I wonder if perhaps it was a mercy that he left us when he did.
Wait.
When Sir Juncan died while questing after the boots.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, curse.
It was placed on me for defying the teachings of Stendar in his very chapel. My entire lineage was ruined by
Oh,
this
that's
curse.
not fair. That's not very merciful,
Whether it
Stendar.
is connected to the fate of the gauntlets, I do not know.
You can't curse someone's whole family because one person made a mistake. Gauntlets of a Crusader.
I have no doubt that they still lie within the chapel of Stendar in Coral. No mortal man could lift them.
Well, I'm not mortal, so that should be fine. Mace of Zenithar.
Sir Alvis quested for the mace after Sir Beric's betrayal. He believed that with the mace, he would be able to bring the rest of us together. He stayed in the chapel of Leowyn for months, attempting the test over and over. He hardly ate, hardly slept. In the end, he failed. He left the chapel broken and beaten. Sir Amiel found his body and laid him to rest here.
Well, he said he was focused on like fame and glory, and that's why he failed. This story suggests that he was actually trying to bring the knights back together. Do something good. Okay, let's talk to everyone again.
How may I serve you, Commander?
Yeah, because I might have some more dialogue. Boots?
Sir Junkin was lost attempting to find the gauntlets. At least he was spared from the tragedy of the Order's last days.
Oh, that was what he meant by a mercy. Mace of Zenithar?
After Beric betrayed us, Sir Ralvis journeyed to the chapel of Leowyn to attempt Zenithar's test of faith. He tried to reach the mace again and again, failing each time. He became obsessed with it, refusing food or drink for days.
So he was fasting.
When I finally received word of his quest, I went searching for him. But I was too late. Sir Junkin helped me carry his body back here. I failed my friend, and I failed Zenithar. Perhaps you can succeed where Sir Ralvis could not, and redeem us both.
Sure hope so.
Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
Sir Caius?
How may I serve you, Commander?
You got more about the gauntlets?
The gauntlets were recovered by Sir Casimir, one of our few victories during our time. But then, even our victories became our failure.
Yep, definitely.
Walk with the Nine, sir.
Junkin?
Find the priestesses of Kinnereth. Only they can guide you to the boots. All I can do is set you on the path.
Shield.
Sir Henrik spent his days looking for the shield. He was so determined. We all were in those days. Go with virtue.
Toro?
I am at your service, Commander.
Gauntlets?
Sir Casimir took the gauntlets to war with him. After what happened with Beric, who would try to stop him?
Okay.
Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
Gregory?
How may I serve you, Commander?
Shield?
Sir Henrik wasn't drawn into the war as so many of us were. His mind never left the shield. Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
Speaking of Henrik,
Greetings, Sir Knight.
you've got nothing else.
May the Nine guide your way.
Ralvis?
Have you recovered the Mace of Zenithar?
I'm afraid not. But tell me about the gauntlets.
Casimir left with the gauntlets when the Order dissolved. I heard that he lost them, but I had my own problems to deal with.
Alright.
Go with virtue.
I shall. Okay, so we've got some quests. I've spoken with the ghosts and learned where several parts of the armour of the Crusader are hidden. I shall return when I have collected them all. So yeah, we are gonna find all of those pieces in this episode. And yeah, it's gonna be a mega Crusader relic hunt today. So we'll start with Nature's Fury. I've been instructed to find the shrine to Kinnereth in Cyrodiil's Great Forest and speak with a priest there about the roots of the Crusader. Okay, so we've got a quest marker there. Actually, I do want to head back to Battlehorn because we've been carrying a lot of stuff. Even though we didn't really go through a dungeon, we ended up picking up a lot of stuff. mainly just swords and shields and armour, but oh yeah, we got 4 Knights of the Nine Cuirasses on us. Do we need... I don't think we need Ceramiel's ring anymore. So we can drop that. Oh yeah, and all the potions we just made. And hooks. Oh, I didn't mean to keep that tan ball, whatever. We're good to go. So, okay, so it's outside. He did say it was in like the Great Forest, right? So let's go to the Warner Inn, which is closest to it. Good time spent over here, finding some fish. Finding and fighting some fish. Hardcore. There's a fence here. Why is there a fence here? Alright, there's a bridge. Still, not quite sure. Ooh. Interesting we didn't have like an actual map marker here. The brown bear. There we go. Again, very humorous how we've just had to fight a bear. Kinnereth, I know we're doing a quest and you like nature and all that, but you saw a bear attack me first. I'm just defending myself. Am I supposed to let the bear kill me? Why'd you set the bear on me, Kinnereth? Why'd you do it? Huh? We'll never know. But I believe this is the Shrine of Kinnereth that we are looking for. Bit like a Daedric shrine, really. Okay, well. Over the plants. That's cool.
You have the hands of a healer.
I am. Does that mean Kinnereth likes me? Well, Mara's more of a restoration gal, isn't she? Well, not really a gal. We don't really have genders, do they?
All are welcome here.
Thanks. Even murderers and people who kill animals and hunt for fun. Which I totally don't do, by the way. Ooh, what's this? Runestone. Oh, I do not want conjured weapons and armour. Oh, there was a conversation there which I missed. Oh, black seed, ginseng. Cool. Hey, Kinnereth, buddy, how's it going? Okay.
All are welcome here.
You're the one I'm supposed to talk to, so let's talk to everyone else. Jesper.
Go ahead, please. I'm listening.
Good.
You don't. You're. Oh, that's great.
Coerce and joke.
You win this one. You. Was that supposed to be? Oh, you're full of it. Don't. Oh, where'd you get that? Oh, don't make me. You've got a point.
Thank you. Rumors.
Orcs don't ride horses. They eat horses. And sometimes I think they're the smart ones. Wait, maybe it's Dunmer who eat horses.
Oh, that's a fun rumor. We actually do know of an orc that eats horses, so maybe it's for orcs. Horse armor quest. We'll tell you about that one. Hello, Stanit.
What can I do for you? All right.
You can like me.
You're a big... Please, I'm embarrassed, but thank you.
Joke, admire.
Sure. Don't make me laugh. Good. Really now, you're such a charmer. No, really now, you're such a charmer. Oh, no, that's blah, blah, blah. Really now, you're such a charmer. Please, good one. Yep, that's just talk. What? Yep. Oh, please. Good one. Yep. Oh, please.
There we go, rumors.
The people of Nibene consider themselves to be more civilized and sophisticated than Colovians.
That's not very nice, is it?
Bye.
Bye. Alright, Avita, what's up?
What brings you to the altar of Kinnereth, my child?
I need some new craps.
Please, go on.
Rumors.
Way shrines of Arche confer blessings of health on those who've pleased the Nine by righteous acts.
Well, you'd be, defending Kinnereth here, but... Yeah, tell me about Arche as well, sure. Altar of Kinnereth.
You have been in the chapel of Kinnereth from the moment you stepped outdoors. Have you not felt her presence?
I did feel her presence.
We gather here to pay tribute to all of the blessings she bestows upon us.
Yes, I did feel her presence when she sent a brown bear to attack me. I definitely felt that presence, thanks, Kinnereth. Boots of a Crusader.
You would seek the holy relic Kinnereth has bestowed upon the world. Then you must prove yourself worthy.
Sure.
Kinnereth's creations guard her relic, and you must pass the test before you may be granted the boots.
I'm not taking any test. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Test? What test?
I cannot say what it will be, for I do not know. Kinnereth herself will decide in what manner you shall be tested. All I can do is direct you to the Grove of Trials, and remind you to heed Kinnereth's teachings. Fear and respect nature and all her creations.
I don't know if I can fear it, but I'll try and respect it. Where is this grove? Fear and respect nature?
Indeed. Nature itself is Kinnereth's domain. All its creatures are her wards. You would do well to remember this when it comes time for your test.
Makes sense. I'm not taking any tests, that's still an option. Where is this grove?
Not far from here, to the west. Nestled within the great forest, it is a place many would overlook. I warn you that it is unwise to take anyone with you. You should go there alone.
That is an interesting hint, or interesting line of dialogue, which gives you a hint at what this test might entail. Very well, I shall take this test.
Then proceed directly to the grove, as your test has begun. Kinnereth may choose to guard you along the way. That is up to her.
Of course it is.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you. Boots?
You must be tested by Kinnereth before you are worthy of the boots.
Okay.
Farewell.
Okay, so that bit of dialogue, you should go alone and don't bring anyone with you. Well, that does kind of make sense for a test. It is meant to be a subtle, not so subtle hint to the gamer as to what is going to happen here. Someone can see me. Never mind. Is picking plants part of the test, maybe? Making plants into potions? Guess Kinnereth like that. I'm utilizing her gifts, as she would put it. I respect every single plant I'm ripping out of the ground. So much respect. Yeah. I respect every potion that has been made. A lot of goodies over here. Stay in shelf cap. Okay. I have reached the Grove of Trials. I shall have to wait and see what Kinnereth has in store for me. Let's see what she has in store for me. It is a bear! Remember what I said about bears several times this episode? Forest Guardian. A bear attacked me in the sacred grove, but I made no attempts to fight back. A cave has been revealed, and it would seem the boots of a Crusader are waiting inside. Yep, thanks bear. Thanks for slapping me a few times. I didn't remember actually how long it took for the bear to stop attacking me, so I was a little worried it might be able to kill me, but I actually did reflect damage back onto it as well, but that doesn't count as attacking it. So the bear got some pain out of it. So I'm satisfied that it didn't just get to hit me for free. I mean, I love bears, Kinnereth. Thanks for sending another bear to attack me. Appreciate it, buddy. So yeah, that hint where they say you should go alone and don't bring anyone with you, that's because if you bring a follower with you and the bear aggroes you, then the follower will try and kill that bear. And if he succeeds, then you fail the test, even if you don't attack it yourself. But yeah, it was pretty obvious that respect nature, fear nature, meant don't kill the bear. In this case, anyway. Any other bears are fair game. Let's go into Kinnereth's Grotto. Oh yay, more plants. It's a nice little place though. Wouldn't mind coming back here at some point in the future. Look, there are some Spriggans. Spriggans. Spriggany. Fortunately, these are not the kind that attack you. Can I talk to the Spriggans? No. But they can acknowledge my presence and I can acknowledge theirs. And we can just agree to get along. You hiding any secret chests up here, Spriggan? No. Also, I would be careful about potentially killing these Spriggans or the Forest Guardian outside even after you pass the test. Because I think, I'm not 100% sure, but you might get like infamy for it. Which might prevent you from being able to use the Crusader relics. So, just be aware of that, I guess. But here they are, the Boots of a Crusader. I have acquired the Boots of a Crusader. I've completed Sir Junken's quest by recovering the Boots of a Crusader. I should continue to search for the relics that the other Ghost Knights were questing for. Fantastic. Okay. Let's have a look at the boots. Fortify Restoration 6 points. What have I got at the moment? Fortify Speed 9 points. I don't really need more Restoration. I'm all good. Oh look, it's raining now. Damn it, Kinnereth, why you do this to me? Yeah, so we can go back to the Priory. Is there a reason we need to do that? Where was the Priory? Ah, here. Oh no, it's just a quest marker leading you back there. For some reason. Let's do Wisdom of the Ages next. I need to find Fort Bulwark and locate the shield of a Crusader inside. Okay, so we've been to a fort fairly close by, Fort Telemann. So we can go there. Oh, we've made the Necromancer mad. Ow.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
I'm not trying to get you, Ghosty. Move, Ghost. Oh, God's sake. Thank you. Okay. There's a skeleton. Are you summoned? Nope. You're just a regular old skeleton hero attacking me. Ow. There we go. We'll take your silver bow. which might come in handy if we have to deal with more ghosts. Ooh, was that a hidden urn route? We're not even that near water, but okay. Cool. Necromancer with robes, shoes, sorcery, and a blizzard scroll. Did you not have a weapon? Yes, you did. A Daedric mace. Thank you very much. Really, all I wanted were these plants. These weirdly shaped plants. Look a bit like Minecraft sugarcane. Okay, let's head down. That Nern was going to be in my way the whole time, isn't it? Oh, there's another Nern route. Yeah, this body of water wasn't on the map. Maybe I would have found it. But that's fine. I spotted a shroom. I think that's Spriggan up there. And not the friendly kind of Spriggan. I'm going to stop calling it Spriggan. It was funny the first couple of times. Oh, yeah, you've summoned a bear, haven't you? And you're hurting yourself with your magic. Is it me, or did Spriggans used to be tough? Okay, quest marker's gone. I found Fort Bulwark. I need to get inside and get the shield. Okay. Inside would be what? Up here? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have dropped down then, huh? Redwort, that's a good plant, I think. Give me. Oh, there's still more. Okay, more potions. Ooh, damage health. That's good. Alright then. Ooh. Is that a conjurer? It's a conjurer. Conjurer with heals. Oh, that Daedroth was about to mess me up good. No, we dodged it. So, looks like we've got a hint at who the bad guys are in this cave. And they are conjurers. Which are pretty good, because they're quite low health. And they don't do overwhelming amounts of damage. The summons can be annoying, but you just focus the conjurer guys down and it's all good. What do you have on you? Glass dagger, that could be useful. Healing and sorcery. Let's head into the fort. Where's our... Okay. Okay, Conjure Man,
Who's there?
Just me.
Your presence here will not be tolerated.
Okay, that's gonna be annoying. What have you done to me? You burdened me. Oh, great. Nice. Love when my sword breaks. Glass dagger, I suppose. Nope, still can't. Okay. Cool. Just spider and... And the arrows have slain him. I should have... Oh, there's a Daedroth. You're not a summoned, you're just a regular Daedroth walking around. Slash, 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 slash. Damn, I didn't even get a chance to attack me. All good. Loads of potions on these conjurers, as always. So where did I come from? Over there. Yeah, I walked down. Let's repair hammer. Okay, that took 3 hammers. We're quite low. Ooh, resist cold pants. Nice. Anything there? Anything there? No. Okay, so Giuliano says, keep your wits about you. I don't see any way to stop this arrow trap. Oh, okay, it's... Oh, okay, you just have to time it, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Looks like the place has been ransacked. Maybe we're not the only ones looking for the shield of the Crusader. It does mean there's probably going to be less loot in here. Crumpled pieces of paper. Yeah, we'll take those. They don't weigh anything. Iron dagger. Oh, something in here. A rusty iron dagger. So glad I took the effort to jump to look into that chest. Okay, we've got a big room here. Guessing there's probably going to be some bad guys down here. I hear a Daedroth. There's nothing really down here. Don't think there's a route I can jump up to, so I'm just going to take the path that the game wants me to. Oh. Okay, don't go back for that. Just... Oh, he burned himself to death. That's always good when a conjurer does that. Give me your potions. And your daggers. Okay, we've got some pickaxes here, so there's been some mining going on. Definitely feels like these guys are looking for something. More crumpled pieces of paper. Fundaments of alchemy, yeah. Take that. Nothing amazing. Forgot we had Daedroth teeth. There's a little bit around here. This looks like another sort of mining area. Ooh. No real way forward here, so we just have to head back. Yeah, we're up there. It's not there. Yeah, I guess there's only really one way we haven't gone that, which is like all the way up here. Yeah, we're just gonna tank the arrows because I forgot they existed. Okay, Julianus would not be proud of me. Oh yeah, there was this door as well. Let's go through the door. Okay. I hear clumpy footsteps. This drawbridge is lowered remotely. Okay, so we've got to find ourselves a switch. This might be a little bit of a puzzle. Let's continue on this way. Keep our wits about us. Remember, this is a well-guarded place. Okay, this looks like a conjurer room. So it is. Damn it, Frosty. Out of the way. Yep. Ooh, Daedric Dagger. That's a little bit of an upgrade. And you had an ebony one. Okay, let's have a search. Torches. Breaches. Chests that have been absolutely torn apart because you guys apparently don't know how to pick locks. Manual of armor, manual of arms. I guess this is the armory. Take all the iron stuff there. Nope, that's an iron cuirass that I'm tripping over. Iron boots. I'm gonna guess this opens something. Conjurer's Note. Acolytes, the shield is here. We know this, and yet we have not found it. For it has been cleansed, and yet still it eludes us. No doubt it was hidden from eyes such as ours, hidden with the intent to keep it from those who would learn its secrets. The gate to the lower levels no longer halts our progress. Make note of the candles along the walls if you would pass through. The fort must be held at all costs if we are to succeed. Let none enter. Leave no foe standing. Okay, so that confirms it. So these conjurers are also looking for the shield. I did not want that skull. You can have that skull back, game. And I'll take the alchemy stuff though. And the gold and the lockpick. Rusty iron short sword, not the best, but while we can carry it, might as well. So return that, and I think that's it. Is there any alchemy stuff to do? No. Oh, there's another thing here. Opens the door, lowers the drawbridges. Cool. There was a drawbridge there, right, which I opened here. Okay. Things are beginning to make more sense. Did I go through here? Yeah, I did. Okay, but I can't obviously go all the way there. It's annoying that the map doesn't quite update properly sometimes. Okay. We couldn't reach that drawbridge before. So what is now open to us? This way was not open to us before, if I recall. Oh, there's a Daedroth down there. Do I hop down and deal with him? Yeah. Sure we can get up there without much of a problem. Give me those teeth. Imagine the... Okay. Imagine the painstaking process that would be to get the teeth out of the Daedroth. More potions. Cool. There wasn't anything else of note in there, was there? Just this chest. Okay. There's only one way back up. Oh, is this back? Okay, this is back. So we could have gone that way before. But this leads us back up here. Now we can take the high road. Okay. Now, this looks like a puzzle. And if we refer back to our reference, it says to make note of the candles along the walls if you would pass through. So as you can see here, there are candles here. There's 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, and 1 there. So if I go on this one, that's 1. And 2. And 3. And 1. Not the most difficult puzzle in the world, but hey. And that allows us to go to Fort Bulwark, although there's another way here that I'm guessing you can't go that way without going through this area first. That's like the exit, probably. Alright. I guess we have some prisoners here. So maybe some people defying our defying the conjurers that they get thrown in here. Oh, there's a conjurer room there. Let's go through this door first. Also a cell, but with a chest in it. Mandrake root will cure disease. How handy. Well, not really, because I can cure my own diseases, but handy for a prisoner that gets thrown in there, that's for sure. Oh, there's another one. Where? Hello? Oh, there you are. And you got a Spider Daedra friend. And a staff. Thanks for using a spell on me. Yep, your eyes are playing tricks on you. There was no massive fight 2 centimeters away from you. Daedric Dagger, Staff of Fire, very nice. Let's go back. There's a dude there. I have noticed the dude. We will go back and talk to the dude in a little bit. O'Neill. Ooh, lockpick. I love a well-equipped skeleton. Dagger. Scythe. Ooh, there's a rusty iron mace. So this is like a little bit of a torture room here. I guess that's makes sense, right next to the prisons. Maybe people are looking for information. One would think. Torches. Broom and shovel. Okay. And we move along.
Help me!
Alright.
Thank you for rescuing me. I've lost track of how long.
Sir
they've held me
Fedrit.
here.
Another knight? Who are you?
I am Sir Fedrit. I came here seeking the shield of the Crusader, and was ambushed by these cowards. They've held me here since.
Oof. What are you doing here? I mean, you just told me, but I guess I have to ask.
I've been held prisoner by these scoundrels for the longest time. They want to know how to reach the shield, and believed I would help them. When I refused, they locked me here, and only let me out to torture me. They got nothing from me.
Hey, good job, my guy. Sorry about the torture, but well done for not giving them anything. Can you help me?
I can't go with you if that's what you mean. I'm too weak. I need to rest. Once I have my strength, I will certainly join your cause.
Yeah, that's fine.
You'll have to go on alone. But the knowledge I've gained may be of use to you.
Yes, please. You know what they could have done, those conjurers? They could have just sent a new guy here, pretended to rescue him, gained his trust, and then got all the information they needed. That would have been smart from the conjurers, but clearly they don't have the mind for strategy. What do you know?
Before finding this place, I learned a bit about those who created it. It's designed to keep the shield hidden and safe.
Yes, that's what it
Phrase
was.
kept coming up in the writings I found. When the eyes of the Guardians are upon you, Julianos will show you favor.
Eyes of the Guardians.
I'm not sure how, but I just know it's a clue for making it safely through these ruins. You're the only one I've told. I hope it helps you.
I'm sure it will, Sir Fedrit. Thank you.
I must get out of this pit and get myself some rest. We'll meet again. Don't worry.
Okay, you go on now, Sir Fedrit. Glad I could help. Okay, let's head in this way. Through this door. Because I think this is where the conjurer was saying, oh, my eyes were playing tricks on me. Lol lol. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I've aggroed someone else. How does that always happen? Hey there. Oh, that was a nice fake. Oh. It's a good thing the summons can't summon. Because otherwise Spider Daedrus would be more of a threat. Thank you. Let's have a look through this room. Guide to the Imperial City, Brief History of the Empire. Another one. Real Baron's Ire. Just standard books. Another brief history. Yeah, I think the whole collection was probably here. Or at least most of it. Festive Warding, shield 8% on self. Pretty cool. So maybe it's front, some gold. That's a nice bed for this kind of place. This must be the boss. Everything else has been pretty much ransacked. Oh, there's some boar meat and some bread and some cheese. And some bags of flour. I think that's the first time I've seen flour like on its own and not in a chest. Free money. Ruby, topaz. Yep, give me those papers. Another conjurer's note. The prisoner remains uncooperative. There is little doubt that he was on his own, and none will come to his aid. It has been made clear to him that unless he reveals what he knows, he shall pay most dearly. And yet, still he holds out. We give it 1 more week. If he does not help us reach the shield, he is to be disposed of. Preferably in a manner most painful. Nice. we got here just in time to avoid his death. Who knows when that note was written? Maybe it was today, maybe it was 6 days and 23 hours and 59 minutes ago. Either way, Sir Phaedra owes us more than he knows. Red cheese flour and Angus flour. Interesting. Check our corners. Nothing there. Oh. Galerion the Mystic. Someone's been reading. Some candles and a skull and a little bed. See, some people have a luxury huge bed and some people have to deal with those not very nice bedrolls. I could probably just jump across here, really. Weird flex, but okay. Alchemy stuff. We're almost full on inventory, aren't we? But we've got the Grey Cow, a locked chest. It's been a while since we faced a lock. Electrifying Spark Tome and gold. Ooh, if this is a novice shock spell, that could be good for me. It is a novice shock skill. 3 points for 5 seconds on target. I'll take that. That is very good. Just suited to my level. If I ever need to use destruction anyway. Okay, there's a way down there. Don't think I can jump up it though. So let's go around. Another ransacked room. Basket. Anything in it? Nope. Yeah, okay. Nothing of note, I don't think, unless I'm missing something. Okay, nothing over here. Okay, this was a balcony we couldn't jump over. Any bad guys in here? Any chests? No. Things have been quiet for a little too long. Ooh, I see some arrows. Do you constantly shoot? No, there are gaps. Okay. Cool. And thank you for the ironic healing potion as I finish the trial by arrow. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I guess that's why there weren't any bad guys here, because they don't want to get skewered by arrows. Ooh. This looks like we're reaching a conclusion. That's spooky. Leave me alone, Daedroth. Ooh, is this a master conjurer? Conjurer adept. Wow. Why have we not been facing stronger conjurers before? Alright, you're in a corner now. Okay, Staff of Conflagration, thank you. Aegis Robe, 18% shield, that's why he was so tough to kill. The Weightless Mage's Hood, that's always good to get. Yeah, let's, I guess we ditch the mundane ring now, even though it's been helping us, and go with a Ring of Strength. Okay. I think that's it for bad guys. And this might be the final room. Or close to it. Now let's have a look around here first. See if there are any more hidden treasures. Stagger, shoes, potions, thank you. More papers. Crystal balls, worth something. Hardlock chest, yes please. Mortar pestle, weak potion of fire shield, bound dagger tome, petty soldier. Bound dagger tome could be good. It's a novice conjuration spell, which is my level. That could be useful. Retort, yeah, we are over our carry weight once again. Ironwood nuts, don't see those very often. Okay, time for the grey cow to come to it. This is a big enough dungeon that I had to have it. What about behind the statue? That's usually a place you can hide some good loot. No. Cool. Oh, yeah, I opened this. Okay, so you might remember our encounter with Sir Fedrit not too long ago, where he gave us a clue that would help us here. He said something about the Eyes of the Guardian, was it? Did it upgrade it? Yeah. When the Eyes of the Guardians are upon you, Julianos will show you favour. So these guys look like Guardian types. I'd quite like for them to look at me. Seems to be this circle over here. And if we turn these levers, okay, now he is facing the circle. Now you are not quite looking in the right direction. And neither are you while we're at it. And also you. Oh, you're still not looking. Okay, you're going to be difficult, are you? One more. If I stand on this now, fire happens, and the door opens. Surprise! There is a secret door there. You couldn't tell from the obvious markings on the wall. Called Bulwark. So this, I don't think the Conjurers made it to this part, so I guess from here on in, it's just me. Since we cleared out all the other Conjurers, hopefully they're not sending any reinforcements. Who knows what's behind this door? There's no life, otherwise my Grey Cow would detect it. And what do you know? It looks like we have a bunch of chests and a bunch of statues. And what may potentially be yet another puzzle. I found some sort of puzzle or trap deep inside Fort Bulwark. I need to figure out what it means in order to acquire the shield of the Crusader. Oh, there's a pressure plate there. And a chest with Rodgar's goblet. And there's chests, which are all empty. Curious. Okay, so if we step on this pressure plate, and we can see an item there, which looks like a hammer of some sort, and we are currently carrying Rodgar's goblet. This is actually a pretty hard puzzle to figure out if you don't already know it, like I do. So basically, I think we drop Rodgar's goblet in here. No, never mind. So I think it was a bit of trial and error. We have to pick which item goes into which chest. So Rodgar's goblet, we're going to try there. It didn't work, so that wasn't the right one. Now we've got Rodgar's sword. Okay, we've got what looks like a Valor Stone. So that's where the Valor Stone would go. Okay, so let's try putting the sword in here. Maybe we get lucky. I guess we did not. Rodgar's skull. There's a book over there, so that's where the book goes. We haven't seen the skull yet, so we'll try the skull in here. It was not correct. Otherwise something would have happened. Rodgar's hammer. Okay, the skull should go in there. Hammer was there. So it should work. Hey, we got one. Turn towards me, Guardian of Julianus. Nice. Rodgar's sword. Damn, I don't actually remember where the sword was. Valor Stone. Skull. Is that skull? Skull's there. Was it here? No, this was a book. Damn it. Maybe this one. No. Helm. Can't remember where that went. There's a gem in there. Should we try Helm in here? No. Sword. Oh, Helm is that one. Okay. So we got the sword to try again. The sword, this one. Yes. Nice. Gem was over here. Should probably get my hint anyway. Okay, goblet is in that one. Looks just like the ruby I got earlier. Helm. Look, is there? Helm was here, right? Yes. It should get easier from now on. Book, I remember that was that one. Skull is there. Which leaves whatever's left in those two. Skulls to the right. Wait, what? Where's my hint? No hint? Okay. Doesn't matter. Wait, why do I hear footsteps? Rather Stone was here. Is someone about to ambush me? Please, no. Goblet was the last one, I believe. And we've done it. Let's go. The shield should hopefully be back here. And hopefully no one's following us. Have a look around for sneaky chests. That's obviously the way out. Or, I guess there's two ways out. Oh, there's other stuff too. Strong Potion of Insight, Potion of Sorcery. Two of those. Great to restore intelligence, restore willpower. Scales, weights, quills. More potions. In a silver bowl. Gold. Scrolls. And of course, the Shield of a Crusader. I recovered the Shield of a Crusader. I've completed Sir Henrik's quest by recovering the Shield of a Crusader. Should continue to search for the relics that the other ghost knights were questing for. Glorious. The shield reflects spell 18%. I currently have shield 20 and burden 10. 18% reflect spell. Nah, I think I'll keep the shield. I think I have enough reflect spell. I'm not likely to use my shield on when I'm reflecting spells. Let's just check there's nothing down this route just in case. Okay. Back to the start, back to reality. And yeah, this was the part we couldn't go to before. Guessing there's going to be a lever to open this gate. Yeah. And there appear to be no more conjurers. That's good. Oh, no, it's that way. There we go. We're being guided to the priory again. But I don't think we actually need to go here. Cool. Let's go back to Battlehorn, because we need to drop some stuff off before we start heading to chapels, and we are the Grey Fox, so we don't really want to be alerting people to the fact that we are the Grey Fox. Didn't get a good look at his Staff of Conflagration. Fire 20 points, 15 feet for 2 seconds, weakness to fire 100% for 2 seconds, and light on target. That's pretty good. I'm gonna keep the Boots of the Crusader. Loads of robes. Oh yeah, there was that old necromancer at the start too. Good times. It's a nice shield. I might even come back to it at some point. Damn, so many potions. Don't even realize you're making them all. 30 strong potions and sorcery. Yeah, if you ever want potions and go to Conjurer Dens, they just carry unlimited supplies of them, almost. Keep the known routes too. Okay, we can drop the crumpled pieces of paper. They're fun to collect, but don't really need to carry them, even though they're weightless. Okay. No, there's still a bit more. There we go. And we can put our stuff back on. And we'll move on. Let's do the next item, which is the Path of the Righteous. So Ralvis has told me where to find the Mace of Zenithar. In order to recover the mace, I must travel to the Chapel of Zenithar in Leowyn. In the undercroft of the chapel, I must kneel at the shrine there. According to Sir Ralvis, I will be tested, and my faith will be my guide. So, off to Leowyn then. Do we have to ever go into the chapel for any reason?
Come on.
I don't remember. Who are you?
Who will help in
Oh, Rancid Radesha, what up?
It's you. I've heard of you. You're the one restoring the Knights of the Nine, aren't you?
Oh, hi, Caradus. Yes, I am. And who are you?
My name is Caradus Aholan. Like you, I am a servant of the Nine, specifically of Zenithar.
Oh, you might be able to help me then.
I came here seeking his mace. However, I could not pass the test. I'm no Crusader, but that doesn't mean that I cannot serve Zenithar.
I like the
In light
enthusiasm.
of recent attacks, I've signed on to protect the chapel. I'm fair with a blade, and by my honor, I'll serve the Nine in any way I can.
Oh, thank you, Caradus. What about you? What's your story?
I grew up in Cheydinhall. My father was a cobbler. My mother was an acolyte of Zenithar. She was self-taught, not part of the chapel proper. They were both killed in an accident when I was young.
Ouch.
I became a ward of the
Sorry to
crown
hear that.
and was drafted into the Imperial Army. After serving 2 tours patrolling Stros Mackay, I left the service for a life devoted to Zenithar, inspired by my parents.
Cool. Tell me about your views on Zenithar.
Of the original divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with
That's
the
what
mortal realm.
Sir what's-his-name
Some
said as well.
legends say that Zenithar has
Ralvis?
close ties to Kinnereth, an idea that is supported by the manner in
Oh,
which
so
the
he
two
gives you the
gods'
hint
realms
too.
interact.
The exact same hint.
Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kinnereth's natural world. The two work in harmony, the natural world providing for the craftsman. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kinnereth.
Right. What can you tell me about the mace?
Legends say that when Pelinal Whitestrike was slain by the Aliens, a messenger carried
I
the
think
mace to the
I've been
human
told this
settlement of
before as
Leywyn.
well.
as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman St. Calidus built the Chapel of Zenithar in Leowyn as a tribute to the legend. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader.
Okay.
Take your time.
Hundreds disposition, we love that. More about the mace?
Legends say that when Pelinal White's centuries, when St. Calidus was
Okay,
of the
Zenithar?
original divine.
Okay, you're
But
just
you-
gonna repeat yourself. Thank you, Caradus. Appreciate the help, buddy. Hello, Savi.
I'm honored to speak to the champion of Cyrodiil. What do you need? Please, go on.
Rumors?
Did you hear? The Countess was robbed. Someone stole her family ring.
I know, crazy. Leowyn?
I have been happy enough in the Count's service, but I am not so happy about his lovely wife and her Nibbanean advisor. Lady Alicia is uncomfortable with Khajiit ways, and Argonian ways, and Dunmer ways. She is only comfortable with pure white-bread Nibbaneans.
Okay, so in other words, she's racist. Thank you, Savi.
Be seeing you.
I heard you know how to move in light armor.
What up, Solana?
So you're the one that's come for the mace, are you?
Oh,
Another adventurer looking for treasure? Get on with it if you must. The shrine is downstairs, but I wouldn't expect much if I were you. No one has ever succeeded.
Maybe I can break the mold.
Please, go on.
Wait, 100 disposition, and you came at me with that attitude. Okay. Rumors?
Witsy Dootsy runs a clean establishment. She
Love
really
that name.
hates it when people mess up her
Witsy
place.
Dootsy. Sounds like a Teletubby. Leowyn?
May you find healing here for your wounds and for your troubled spirit. There's a peace here in the chapel for all who seek it.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Mace?
Legends say that when centuries
Same
you
that.
too.
Okay, well, whatever that was, the chapel.
How are you?
Oh, Shamada's here.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Okay, we've already spoken to Shamada.
Hi there.
Arvarus Adas.
Yes, I heard of you. Found a few relics and you imagine yourself to be the next Whitestrake, do you?
Well, who else has ever found more than one relic ever, Mr. Adas?
What can I interest you in?
You sell spells. Okay.
For you, of course.
Okay, Leowyn.
I used to be a priest of the Tribunal Temple in Craigenmore. After the collapse, I drifted for a while until I joined the chapel. The Beggars and the Wicked Thieves Guild still trouble.
Oh, those thieves
I
guilds.
wish the 9 divines offered charity and comfort to the poor,
Oh,
like
that's
the temple
nice.
did. Bye.
Cheers, Avarice. Okay, let's head to the Chapel Undercroft and see what's cracking the Zenithar. Ooh. Oh, my sword's not going to help here. Are you hostile ghosts? Sanctified ancient spectres. Okay, you're nice ghosties. I wonder what triggers you guys to attack. Maybe robbing skeletons? Looking in offering boxes? Does that trigger you at all? Oh, this is actually it. My bad. I wanted to look around a bit first, but I've knelt before the shrine of St. Calidus in Leowyn and found myself transported to some sort of dark void. I can see the mace of Zenithar off in the distance, but there seems to be no way to reach it. According to Sir Albus, I must allow my faith in the Nine to guide me to the mace. Okay, well, we can kind of see that it's over there, on the other side. It's quite a distance away. So, you know what, I'm going to let my faith guide me and just launch myself across. Whee! Ow. Well, that really hurt. I stepped into the void to try and reach the mace of Zenithar, but my feet met nothing but air, and I fell into the darkness. There must be a way to walk between the platforms and reach the mace. Oh. Well, maybe if you weren't that close to me. That fall really hurt. I wasn't supposed to actually fall there. Okay. Let's have a look here as well. Just in case there are any more clues. And try and heal. Okay, well, I'm just gonna spoil it. Anyway, I was gonna do this as well. I'm just gonna spoil the thing here. I mean, we've been repeatedly told about the links between Zenithar and Kinnereth. Let me have like a quote as well. My faith will be my guide. There was something about walking with faith. And it's hinted, I wouldn't have figured this out if I didn't already know it, probably. But you actually have to be wearing the boots of the Crusader to actually reach the Mace of Zenithar. Oh, Woodland Grace. Oh, we forgot to equip all of the... Oh no, it doesn't matter, because we only get the power while it's equipped. The Boots of Kinnereth gives us Woodland Grace. Which... I assume was a power, or maybe it's an active effect. Oh, it's just an ability that you have. Okay. I think if you repeatedly fail it, it gives you another hint, but yeah, you have to be wearing the boots, you walk across, and you get the Mace of the Crusader. I have recovered the Mace of the Crusader. I have completed Sir Alvis's quest by recovering the Mace of the Crusader. I should continue to search for the relics that the other Ghost Knights were questing for. Great, back to reality. So let's have a look at this mace. Fire damage 14 points for 2 seconds. Turn undead up to level 17 for 5 seconds to strike. Not bad. Very heavy. Not bad though. Okay, let's head back into the chapel. Oh dear. We appear to be in a bit of a scuffle. We've got a bunch of Aurorans here. Alright, I'm trying to find one that's not already been attacked.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. What's the matter?
I think people are dying here.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. Let's get Am I supposed to be impressed? Take that! Just warming up, you pathetic worm! I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
These guys are strong. And they've got enchanted weapons too. Damn. After recovering the Mace of the Crusader, I found the minions of Umaril attacking the Chapel of Zenithar. They were all defeated and the Leywin's Chapel escaped desecration. I'll take your... Oh, that counts as stealing? Okay.
I can't believe it. We survived! By the grace of the Nine,
Let's go.
we survived! In no small part to you, Sir Knight. By your will and the will of the Nine, the Chapel of Zenithar is held against this blasphemer.
Yes.
Sir, I pledge my sword. I wish to join you in your quest to restore the Knights of the Nine and defeat this Umaril.
It's funny how I can just say you are not yet worthy, but there's no reason to do that. Let's be nice. I accept. Welcome to Viewer. You did help us out.
I can only hope to match your bravery and valor. I am honored to serve by your side. Allow me to fetch more suitable equipment. I shall return shortly.
Cool. Thanks for the help, Caradus.
I hope I can help.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Shamada's dead. That's unfortunate. 143 gold. Dull alien battle axe. Jade ring, Dacre heart, and soul gem.
Well met.
Oh, Avarice is dead too. I hope these guys weren't very important.
It's you. Hi.
I see in you the makings of a grand hero. You've saved our lives. We owe you a debt of thanks.
No problem.
Goodbye. Someone's taken that abandoned priory in the Westfield. I wonder what they could be up to.
You know what
I've
they're
heard
up
others say
to.
the same.
Anyone
You're
looking
going
for
there
work should
now.
Consider the Fighters Guild. I hear they're always looking for recruits.
So I've heard.
Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out.
What great news!
Be seen.
Okay, so actually I did not think this would take this long. So I actually have to go somewhere very shortly, so I'm going to have to cut the recording a bit short. There's not that much left to do. There is the Gauntlets of the Crusader we need to get as well. But I think we're going to have to do that on the next episode, as I do have to hurry up and get ready and go somewhere else. But yeah, I'm going to record that in a separate session, maybe tomorrow from the day I'm recording it. Today is my birthday, so I'm going out with some friends very shortly. So there's not when this is going live, by the way. This might go live tomorrow, on Monday, or maybe the day after, depending on if I have time to record. But yeah, I'll see you on the next part. This isn't the end of the video, but yeah. Take care for now. Hello everybody, welcome to part 2 of the video. It's a couple of days since I started recording this video. Unfortunately didn't have time to finish it up. But yeah, we're still trying to find some of the Crusader relics, of course. We've got one more to go, which is the Gauntlet of the Crusader, I believe. For some reason it doesn't appear in the Priory of the Nine quest, I think. Or maybe it only appears when you complete it. But yeah, the last thing we did was get the Mace of Zenithar, or Mace of a Crusader, from the Zenithar Temple in Leowyn. And then we got attacked by a bunch of Aurorans, or alien bad guys, who killed some people in the chapel, sadly. But yeah. We've only got the Stendarr's Mercy quest, I believe, left before we wrap up the episode, so let's have a look. So Casimir has told me the Gauntlets of the Crusader are located in the chapel of Stendarr in Coral. I must travel there and figure out how to retrieve them. Hello,
Good
Savi.
to see you.
Yeah, it is.
Savi, Count's mage and castle healer, your servant.
Ooh.
Bye.
I'll leave a clean up here to you. So yeah, we lost Shamada.
If you don't mind, I have things to do. Would you leave now, please?
Really? The chapel is restricted area, huh? Since when do you get told to leave in the chapel? Does it make any sense? Should be open 24 hours a day, I believe. Okay, well let's head to the next chapel then. Over to Coral. Where apparently the Gauntlets of Stendarr are lying on the floor somewhere.
Hi there.
What up?
Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out. Yes, Have you heard any word about the other provinces?
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isle.
It seems Somerset Isle has become a much more dangerous place.
Farewell. How can I help you?
Good evening.
Hello.
The local tavern is a good place to find work.
Good to know. What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
I hear all of Skyrim is under siege. The Daedra lay waste to the old holds.
What, really?
And there is little to
Skyrim
do
has
to
Daedra
stop
problems
it.
too. I don't think I've heard that one
This
before.
is most disturbing. We can only hope this madness is over soon.
Enough talk. A sincere welcome to you. May you be forever blessed.
Thanks, Kaz.
You
What's
look
up?
tough. Want to join the Fighters Guild?
I've already talked to you about that. Never mind.
Goodbye.
Low.
How goes it?
I've been better.
They say that Kinnereth granted the boots of the Crusader to someone.
Yeah,
Can't imagine what he must have gone through to get them.
I'm wearing them right now. Literally, to your right. Which does remind me, I do want to put my scout boots back on. I wanna go fast.
I see.
Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out.
Fine. Bye.
Bye.
Good to see you.
Arana.
Grow weary of waiting. Where is my book?
Fun fact, I gave the book to Tikius. This is a throwback to the Mages Guild recommendation quest where we had to decide whether we gave the book to her or gave the book to the Guild Hall leader, which we chose the Guild Hall leader.
What? You gave him the book? What were you thinking? And here I thought one of you guild mages might actually have a brain. All right. We can deal with this. You'll have to get it back, that's all.
Yeah, maybe stop shouting at
You're
me.
in the guild, aren't you? You should be able to walk right in, find it, and take it. And if you can't, then break in. I want that book. Bring it to me once you have it. I'll even still give you the reward I promised, despite your incompetence.
Not
Now
incompetence. I made a decision to go into the guild. I'll go get it.
Of course you will. Do whatever you must. I require that book as soon as
I thought
possible.
I was just saying no. I could have just said no. But yeah, we get a new quest, which is called Fingers of the Mountain Part 2. So we have another chance to take the book and give it to her and see what she's saying.
You're a sneaky looking sort. What
Hello
is-
there, Modron Array.
You're not afraid of trouble, are you? You'd like the Fighters Guild.
I've already talked to you. Cool.
Take care.
Wait, when did he become
A
topless?
sincere welcome to you. May you be forever blessed.
Damn, okay. Sun's down, guns out, I guess. Alright, Chapel of Stendar. Have we been here before? I do not know. Probably for some reason or another, right? Hello, Ereldor.
What brings you here, my son?
Oh, look, I found my dad. Oh, I can talk to you about the gauntlets.
For you, of course. Ah, yes. The gauntlets have been here for ages. I know only the basic story behind them. They're more of a novelty these days.
I got
My
the
only
first-hand
real
story.
involvement with them these days is keeping the youngsters from hurting themselves trying to pick the gauntlets up. What is your interest in them, if I may ask?
To pick them up. I'd like to know their story. That will probably help more than just saying, I want to get them.
Yes, well, I don't know the whole thing. A great many years ago, a knight of the old order did something
Yeah, Sir Casimir.
and the gauntlets just fell
He
off.
punched the beggar to death.
They dropped to the floor right where he stood, and no one could lift them. It was a sign of the curse placed upon this knight by Stendar, I think. That curse still lingers on today, in fact. Poor Kellen.
Kellen? Who is Kellen?
Oh, why, he's a descendant of that very night from so long ago. The curse has affected his family all these years. He suffers from it now. He came here from Hammerfell seeking a cure, but, well, there's really nothing that can be done for him, I think. He may know more of the story than I. Perhaps you should speak with him if he's feeling well enough.
Okay, now I said this before when we first heard the story, but it's weird for like the God of Mercy to curse someone's whole family for the mistakes that one man did. That's like the opposite of merciful himself. But okay, curse?
It's a horrible thing, truly. One cannot help but pity those such as Kellen, who have such a burden placed on them through no fault of their own. But if it is the will of the Nine, then there is little that can be done.
Okay. Gauntlets?
The Gauntlets have been here far longer than any of us. I don't expect that to ever change. They'll almost certainly be here long after we're all gone. Certainly after Kellen's family has died out.
Wow. How do you know when Kellen's family's going to die out?
He's down in the chapel hall, resting. You may speak to him if you like. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Just a quick little prayer. Okay, so you were in the chapel hall, Kellen. Let's we definitely haven't been here before. Oh, we can grab stuff, yay. The Song of Panel V7. Do we read this one? I think so. We'll take it. Along with all of this free silverware and food. The chapel is very generous. And we will take advantage of it. Shazar and the Divines, we also read that earlier in this quest line. Got some barrels with some more food. Very nice. More books. The Song of Penal V1, 4, 5, and 2. Interesting. The phone. Just double checking that we haven't read these. Yeah, okay, let's read them then. So, Song of Penal V4. The Song of Penal, Volume 4 on his deeds. Editor's note, Volumes 1 to 6 are taken from the so-called Raymond manuscript located in the Imperial Library. It is a transcription of older fragments collected by an unknown scholar of the early Second Era. Beyond this, little is known of the original sources of these fragments, some of which appear to be from the same period, perhaps even from the same manuscript. But, as no scholarly consensus yet exists on dating these 6 fragments, no opinions will be offered here. Penal drove the sorcerer armies past the Niben, claiming all the eastern lands for the rebellion of the Paravania, and Kira had to send her rain to wash the blood from the villages and forts that no longer flew alien banners, for the armies of men needed to make camps of them as they went forward, and he broke the doors open for the prisoners of the Vatacha, with the slave queen flying on Mori House above them, and men called her Al-Esh for the first time. He entered the gate at something to win back the hands of 1,000 strong of Sidor, a tribe now unknown but famous in those days, which the Aliens had stolen in the night. 2,000 hands that he brought back in a wagon made of demon bone, whose wheels trailed the sound of women when ill at heart. Text lost. And after the first pogrom, which consolidated the northern holdings for the men of Kreef, he stood with white hair gone brown with elf blood at the breach of Helden, where Paris falconers had sent for the Nords, They, looking at him, said that Shaw had returned, but he spat at their feet for profaning that name. He led them anyway into the heart of the hinterland west, to drive the aliens inward towards the Tower of White Gold, a slow retreating circle that could not understand the power of man's sudden liberty and what fury idea that brought. His mace crushed the thundernax that Umariel sent, his harriers on the rebellion's long march back south and east, and carried Morehouse breath of Kinner to Zuathas, a clever-cutting man, and Nede with a Keptu name for healing when the bull had fallen to a volley of bird beaks, and of course at the Council of Skiffs, where all of the Paravania's armies and all of the Nords shook with fear at the storming of White Gold, so much so that the Al-Ash herself counselled delay. Pelennor grew furious and made names of Umariel, and made names of what cowards he thought he saw around him, and then made for the tower by himself. But Pelennor often acted without thought. That's interesting. I guess that's why he never fully killed Umariel. Okay, V1. The Song of Pelennor, Volume 1, on his name. Editor's note, volumes 1 to 6 are taken from the so-called Raymond manuscript located in the Imperial Library. It is a transcription of older fragments collected by an unknown scholar of the early Second Era. Beyond this little zone of the original sources of these fragments, some of which appear to be from the same period, perhaps even from the same manuscript. There is no scholarly consensus that exists on dating these 6 fragments, so no opinion will be offered here. Just speeding up the disclaimer part. That he took the name Pelennor was passing strange, no matter his later sobriquets, which were many. That was an elvish name, and Pelennor was a scourge on that race, and not much given to irony. Pelennor was much too grim for that. Even in youth he wore white hair, and trouble followed him. Perhaps his enemies named Pelennor of their own in their tongue, but that is doubtful, for it means glorious knight, and he was neither to them. Certainly many others added to that name during his days in Tamriel. He was Pelennor the Whitestrake because of his left hand, made of a killing light. He was Pelennor the Bloody, for he drank it in victory. Gosh, this Pelennor seeming less and less cool every time for every book we read. He was Pelennor Insurgent, because he gave the Crusades a face. He was Pelennor in Triumph, as the words eventually became synonymous, and men-at-arms gave thanks to the Ape when they saw his banner coming through war. He was Pelennor the Blamer, for he was quick to admonish those allies of his that favoured tactics that ran counter to his, that is, sword theory, and he was Pelennor the Third, though whether this was because some said he was a god geyser who had incarnated twice before already, or that, simpler, he was the third vision given to Perith, anon Alessia, in her prayers of liberation, before he walked among the quarters of rebellion, is unknown. Okay, cool. Volume 5. The Song of Pelennor, Volume 5, on his love of Morehouse. Editor's note, volumes 1 to 6 are taken from the so-called Raymond manuscript located in the Imperial Library. It is a transcription of older fragments collected by an unknown scholar of the early Second Era. Beyond this little zone of the original sources of each fragment, some of which appear to be from the same period, perhaps even from the same manuscript, as no scholarly consensus yet exists on dating these 6 fragments, no opinions will be offered here. It is a solid truth that Morehouse was the son of Kinner, but whether or not Pelennor was indeed the Chezarine is best left unsaid, for once Plontinu, who favoured the short sword, said it, and that night he was smothered by moths. Oh, that's not cool. It is famous that the two talked of each other as family, with Morehouse as the lesser, and that Pelennor loved him and called him nephew, but these could be merely the fancies of immortals. Never did Pelennor counsel Morehouse in time of war, for the man-bull fought magnificently and led men well, never resorted to madness, but the Whitestrake did warn against the growing love of Perith. We are Adder more, and change things through love. We must take care lest we beget more monsters on this earth. If you do not desist, she will take to you, and you will transform all Sirid if you do this. And to this the bull became shy, for he was a bull, and he felt his form too ugly for the Parvania at all times. Ah, especially when she disrobed for him. Oh, at least he got someone. He snorted though, and shook his nose hoop into the light of a secunda moon and said, "She's like this shine on my nose hoop here. An accident sometimes, but whenever I move my head at night she is there. And so you know, what you ask is impossible." Okay, volume number 2. The Song of Pelennor, volume 2, on his coming. Editor's note, volumes 1 to 6 are taken from the so-called Raymond manuscript located in the Imperial Library. It is a transcription of all the fragments collected by an unknown scholar of the early Second Era. Beyond this little zone of the original sources of these fragments, some of which appear to be from the same period, perhaps even from the same manuscript, but as no scholarly consensus yet exists on dating these fragments, no opinions will be offered here. And then Perith spoke to the handmaiden again, eyes to the heavens which had not known kindness since the beginning of elven rule, and she spoke as a mortal, whose kindle was beloved by the gods for its strength and weakness. A humility that can burn in metaphor, and yet break easily, and always, always doomed to end in death. And this is why those who let their souls burn anyway are beloved of the dragon and his kin. And he said, "And this thing I have thought of, I have named it, and I call it freedom, which I think is just another word for Shazar who goes missing. You made the first raid at his sundering, and that is what I ask now for our alien masters, that we might sunder them fully, and repay their cruelty by dispersing them to drown in the Topal. Morehouse, your son, mighty and snorting, gore-horned, winged, when next he flies down, let him bring us anger." And then Kenna granted Perith another symbol, a diamond soaked red with the blood of elves, whose facets could unsector and form into a man whose every angle could cut her jailers and her name, Pelin El, which is the star-made knight, and he was arrayed in armour from the future time, and he walked into the jungles of Sirad already killing. Morehouse stamping at his side, froth-plodding and bellowing from excitement, because the Pelinal was come, and Pelinal came to Perith's camp of rebels holding a sword and mace, both encrusted with a smashed viscera of elven faces, feathers and magic beads, which were markings of the Aliadu, stuck to the redness that hung from his weapons, and he lifted them, saying, "These were their eastern chieftains, no longer full of their talking." Those aren't the sword and mace of a Crusader, are they? I don't know. Maybe. Cool. No, I think those books were obviously placed there intentionally. Because this is a Knights of the Nine story. Okay, some rice. And more rice. Onion venison. And some decent wine. Nothing crazy expensive, but not bad for a chapel. We'll take it all. And we will make potions of it, of course. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's have a look in each room then. So Kellen's in this room here, so we'll have a chat to him in a moment. Oh, there's someone here. Gurarian Salvador. We talk to him first? Let's talk to him first.
Welcome, Knight Commander.
Ah, thanks. We can talk to you about the gauntlets. We're not going to. You can
Be
speak.
seeing you.
We'll take your wine and your reading material. Almost missed that cloth. Gods and worship. Yeah. Some bread. Delicious. Silver plate. Thank you. Amulet of Kings. Always worth a read. Biography of Baron Lyons. Parchments. Okay. Nothing too crazy in this room. Let's see what's in this room then. someone in here too. Otius Lauren. Have we had a chat with you before? Oh, you're sorry to make you come all the way
Well
around.
met.
Take your time.
We'll talk to you about the gauntlets.
The gauntlets, eh? They're Relder's responsibility. Speak to him about them. Goodbye.
Do we want to bother talking to this dude? Maybe I'm reconsidering.
Welcome, knight.
Nah. You go back to sleep.
Farewell.
And you're just going to direct me to a Relder, aren't you? We'll grab your pumpkins, your cloth, your apples, your guide to Leowin. Planning to try and get the Mace of Zenith. I've already done that. Sorry. Clothes. Amulet of Kings. Popular topic, it seems. Silverware. Wine. I have no paper to write on. Wahahaha. Expensive clothes for a chapel man. Yeah, cool. Can make a few more potions with that. Okay, and I guess Kellen's in here. No, he's sitting on the bed. I don't know if I've ever seen someone sit on the bed before. Well, let's go through all of your expensive clothes. I know you're ill. And this probably isn't very nice, but oh well. The Knights of the Nine. I don't think we've read that book. We've also got the Argonian account book too there. Let me check. No, I don't think we've read this. Alright, let's have a read of it then. The Knights of the Nine by Caroline of Solitude. Few people now remember the Knights of the Nine, but in their time they were famous throughout Cyrodiil. Indeed, throughout the Empire. For a brief period in the early days of the Septim Empire, their adventures were the talk of the land, but their renown, as with so much else, was swallowed up by the War of the Red Diamond, and today even the location of their priory house has been lost to history. Well, not anymore. The Knights were founded by Sir Amiel Lannis in 3rd Era 111, following his heroic turn in the War of the Isle, with the high purpose of recovering the legendary Crusader's relics, the weapons and armour of Pelennor Whitestrake which have been lost for thousands of years. They were born out of a sense of optimism and ambition that characterised the first century of the Third Era. Tamriel was united and at peace for the first time in many centuries. Nothing was impossible. The fame of the Knights was established early on when Sir Amiel led them against the Worm of Ellenglen to recover the cuirass of the Crusader, which had not been seen since the First Era. Soon the greatest knights of the day were lining up to join the new order, and the Priory of the Nine in the Westfield of Cyrodiil became a magnet for the great and the good. The Knights were the toast of the Empire. When Beric Vlindrel joined the order, the scion of one of the great noble families of Colovia, it was clear that the Knights of the Nine had become the Empire's most prestigious knightly order. In relatively short order, the Knights reclaimed 3 more relics, and their fame soared to new heights with each one. No one doubted that they would eventually succeed in their quest to recover all 8 relics. So I think it was the shield they got as well. They got the gauntlets and then eventually lost them. What else did they get back? I guess the sword. Yeah, the sword that they got, didn't they? I think that was the one that Beric got. Sadly, this early promise of the Knights did not survive the ravages of the War of the Red Diamond, which tore apart the Empire beginning in 3rd Era 121. At first it seems that Sir Amiel was able to keep his knights out of the war, but the very success of the Knights undermined this, as many of the Knights came from important families from across the Empire, which were lining up on either side of a bloody civil war. Sir Beric was apparently the first to leave the order to join the war on the side of Sepphoris, carrying the sword and greaves of the Crusader into battle with him. Oh, they had the sword and the greaves as well? Many other knights seem to have left the order shortly after this, some joining the war on one side or the other. The end of the order was as ignominious as its beginning was glorious. Following the victory of Sepphoris in 3rd Era 127, Beric Vlindrel became an important figure on the winning side. It seems likely that he was behind the imperial decree which officially dissolved the Knights of the Nine in 3rd Era 131, although in truth this was little more than a formality. Despite Sir Amiel's best efforts, the order had never recovered from the bitterness of the civil war. What happened to the various relics originally recovered by the Knights of the Nine? The sword and the greaves went with Sir Beric, but where he bestowed them is unknown. The gauntlets famously lie immovable on the floor of the Chapel of Stendar in Coral, where Sir Casimir left them after his disgraceful murder of a beggar in 3rd Era 139. Yep, we're on that now. The location of the cuirass is a mystery, lost to history, along with the eventual fate of Sir Emil, whose last report is still living alone in the empty Priory of the Nine by a passing traveller in 3rd Era 150. Well, we know we've got the cuirass now. And we know what happened to Sir Emil. And so the Knights of the Nine faded away into history. Cool. Next up, the Argonian Account Book 2, which we have read, so we'll not be reading it, but we will be grabbing it. Notes on Racial Phylogeny. Don't think we've read that one. That's another book to read. Don't mind me, Kellen. We're just, spending some time together reading. Oh, it's a restoration buff. That's nice. Our restoration's quite high, so a +1 is very helpful. Notes on Racial Phylogeny and Biology. 7th edition by the Council of Healers, Imperial University. I don't actually know what phylogeny means, but I guess maybe we'll find out. After much analysis of living specimens, the Council long ago determined that all races of elves and humans may mate with each other and bear fertile offspring. I imagine the experimentation for that must have been fun. Generally, the offspring bear the racial traits of a mother, though some traces of a father's race may also be present. It is less clear whether the Argonians and Khajiit are interfertile with both humans and elves. Again, that shouldn't be too hard to test. Though there have been many reports throughout the eras of children from these unions, as well as stories of unions with Daedra, there have been no well-documented offspring. Khajiit differ from humans and elves not only their skeletal and dermal physiology, the fur that covers their bodies, but their metabolism and digestion as well. Argonians, like the Dreg, appear to be a semi-aquatic troglophile form of humans, though it is by no means clear whether the Argonians should be classified with Dreg, Men, Mer, or, in this author's opinion, certain tree-dwelling lizards in Blackmarsh. The reproductive biology of orcs is at present not well understood, and the same is true of goblins, trolls, harpies, Dreg, Saci, Imga, Veristasia, and many others. Wow, there aren't any harpies or Saci or Imga in this game, so it's interesting they get brought up. Certainly there have been cases of intercourse between these races, generally in the nature of rape or magical seduction. Great. Fantastic. There have been no documented cases of pregnancy. Still, the interfertility of these creatures and the civilized hominids has yet to be empirically established or refuted, likely due to the deep cultural differences. Surely any normal Bosmer or Breton impregnated by an orc would keep that shame to herself. Wow. Racist. And there's no reason to suppose that an orc maiden impregnated by a human would not be likewise ostracized by her society. Interesting. If you know, you know, but that may or may not have happened before. I'm not going to say anything though. Regrettably, our oaths as healers keep us from forcing a coupling to satisfy our scientific knowledge. Okay, so ethics prevent you from testing all this. We do know, however, that the Slode of Thras are hermaphrodites in their youth and later reabsorb their reproductive organs once they are old enough to move about on land. It can be safely assumed that they are not interfertile with men or mer. One might further wonder whether the proper classification of these same races, to use an imprecise but useful term, should be made from the assumption of a common heritage, and the differences between them have arisen from magical experimentation, the manipulations of the so-called earth bones, or from gradual changes from one generation to the next. Interesting how we find that book here. Maybe this is like Kellen trying to research to try and find out if this curse... I guess he's looking up family lineages, because obviously this curse has been passed down for his family, starting from Sir Casimir. So I guess he was reading this book to try and figure out what he could do about his curse. So pretty nice. Nice work, game. We didn't get any ingredients here, did we? No. Okay, Ken.
Hi.
What up?
What is it? Is there a cure? Has Arelder found a cure? I know there's something he's not telling me. Take your time.
Okay, you already told me. Gauntlets?
You've seen them, I assume. The only evidence of what happened so many years ago. Do you know that I thought perhaps I could lift them? That somehow this curse would be lifted if I could pick them up? I tried for hours, until my whole body ached, and I could barely move. I lay there on the floor next to them, weeping. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've been at the end of my rope for far too long to be ashamed of anything.
Oh, Kellen.
I don't know why they're still here. They're so heavy, and I'm so weak. What does Stendar want from me?
Good question. I don't know what Stendar wants from you. You didn't do anything wrong, did you? Curse.
Ah, so you've heard it, have you? Terrible curse. Been in the family almost longer than anyone can remember. When I was younger, I could live with it. Wasn't so bad. But it's only gotten worse over time. I'd come here, to the place it all happened, in the hopes that something could be done. I fear I haven't much time left otherwise. Arelda has let me stay, mostly out of pity, I think. But there's something else. I swear he knows more than he tells.
Oh, interesting. So you're suspicious of Arelda, huh?
I've seen plenty of pity in people's eyes over the years. I grew up recognizing it. But with Arelda, there's something else there. And when he speaks to me, there are times I'd swear he sounds apologetic. Guilty, even. Why would that be? What reason does he have to hold back information? I know I'm a doomed man one way or the other.
Guess we'll find out.
Speak to him if you can. Convince him to tell me what he knows as a dying man's last wish.
Okay, so I guess heading back upstairs to Arelda then. Arelda? Is there something you're not telling us?
Welcome, Knight Commander.
Tell me more about Kellen.
I cannot face him. I know what might be done for him, but I haven't the will to do it.
Ooh.
I wish I could help him. Truly I do. But I cannot muster the strength to damn myself on his behalf.
What are you talking about?
The curse. I know what would lift it, but I cannot do it.
Why not?
The only way to free Kellen of his curse is to take it on myself. I am not strong enough to do this, and so I am a failure. I fail Kellen every time I speak to him, and I fail Stendar every time I pray to him and do not ask for the power to lift the curse. Do you know one who would do such a thing? One who would pray at this chapel's
gee, I wonder
altar,
who that's going to
pray
be.
to Stendar for the power to lift this curse?
Who do you think's going to do it? Curse?
I've told you. The only way to lift the curse from Kellen is to pray to Stendar for the power to free him. But that means taking the curse on yourself. You'll be marked for life, as will all your children and your children's children.
That's okay. I have no possible way of having any children, so I guess I'm the best person to take on the curse.
Take care.
Okay, let's have a look at the quest update then. Right, so Arelda, a priest of Stendar, told me that the gauntlets of the Crusader cannot be moved. I should speak with Kellen and send Sarcasima to learn more. Kellen told me that his family has been cursed for generations and that he has come to the chapel of Stendar to be freed of his curse. I should speak with Arelda. The priest has told me that the only way to lift the curse from Kellen is to take it on myself. I need to pray at the altar in the chapel if I wish to lift the curse. So I guess I'll be the one doing it then. Yes. I have prayed at the altar in the chapel of Stendar. I have been granted the ability to lay hands on Kellen. Sounds like I'm about to punch him, like his dad did. Maybe that's how well, not his dad, but his descendant did. Maybe that's how you break the curse. Just another punch to the head. I need to see him at once. I need to lay hands on him. Alright, so lay hands is, I believe, is a power of some sort. Lay hands on touch, restore fatigue, 10 points on touch. So we're gonna give Kellen a little bit of energy here. Yeah, yo.
Come back to see the doomed man, have you?
Okay, you can't actually talk to him more about it. But, surprise. I have lifted the curse from Kellen, which means taking it on myself. As a result, I am weary and my fatigue has been affected. With the curse lifted, I can now retrieve the gauntlets of the Crusader.
You... How did you? I feel good. I feel good.
Uh-oh. That
I
sounded
don't feel
evil.
like death. I feel like running.
And there he goes. Look at him go. Yay, Kellen.
Look at me.
That was great.
I can't believe it. I feel normal. Thank you so much. You have no idea what this means to me. I finally have a chance to get out and see the world. I'm not wasting another second of my life. And I'm forever indebted to you, friend. Farewell. A pleasure to speak with you.
Okay, just wanted to see if there was anything else, but yeah, we've successfully freed Kellen of his curse. However, we have now taken it on ourselves, so let's have a look at what's actually happened. Damage fatigue 5, curse of the consumed. I mean, we have 436 fatigue. That curse is literally child's play for us. We're not even going to notice the difference. But whatever, we made Kellen's life better. He seriously only had like 5 fatigue to work with. I wonder if Erelda has anything to say now.
Welcome, Knight Commander. You lifted the curse?
Yeah, I did.
But that means that now you've cursed yourself.
Yeah, but I'm a big man.
Why would you do such a thing?
Oh, that's it.
Farewell.
Alright. Well, here are the gauntlets of the Crusader, which we should hopefully be able to lift now. I have recovered the gauntlets of the Crusader. I have completed Sir Casimir's quest by recovering the gauntlets of the Crusader. I should return to the Priory and find out if there is any news of the remaining 2 relics.
I can't believe you were willing to do that for Kellen. To sacrifice your own well-being without hesitation. What business do I have acting as a priest if I'm not willing to do all I can in helping those who need it? Perhaps I need to rethink my calling.
Interesting. Let's have a look at the gauntlets. See if they're an upgrade. So we've got agility, speed, and luck. Restoration 9, resist disease 50%. Meh. We don't really need resist disease, and we don't really need restoration either. But cool. Just so you can see what they look like, I guess. They don't look like anything particularly special. In fact, these gauntlets look better. Okay, let's head back to the Priory of the Nine and see if there's more news regarding some of the relics.
Sir Knight, thank Arche you are back. I have terrible news. Sir Roderick, I think he's dead.
Now, okay, so this is Lavin. I don't think we've met Lavin. So the deal with Sir Roderick and Lavin is, while you're doing the pilgrimage at the start of the Knights of the Nine quest line, there is a chance that you can run into these two. I can't remember if I ever did run into them incidentally. I didn't do it in the pilgrimage, I know that. But I might have run into them at some point previously when I was playing the game. But it is weird if you don't actually run into it, and this guy's like, I'm sorry, someone's dead, and I somehow found you, even though this priory has been lost for years. I just somehow knew where to find you, and I know who you are. Sir Roderick, who's that?
A holy knight, like you, questing for the relics at the prophet's call. I was his squire. I believed he was chosen by the gods to reclaim the relics.
Evidently not. What happened?
At first things were going well. He prayed at all the shrines and received a vision, a disturbing vision.
Samesies.
The shade of Sir Beric spoke to me was all he said. We must put him to rest. We traveled back and forth across Colovia. He was always asking about an old noble family, the Vlindrels.
Right.
Finally, he found what he was looking for. We went to Underpall Cave, and there he fell.
Sure, he died well. What was Sir Roderick looking for? I want information. Sorry, I rest in peace to the guy, but I need to know what he was looking for.
He said that Sir Beric's tomb was in Underpall Cave, which is no cave, but some kind of buried keep. He had learned that Sir Beric had once been a questing knight, like us. He had found the greaves and sword of the Crusader, but then turned to evil. Sir Roderick hoped to find the relics within Sir Beric's tomb, and he did. But we also found a terrible guardian, the wraith of Lord Vlindrel, Sir Beric.
Ooh. You know where the relics are?
Yes, my lord. And I brought you. Sir Roderick shouted for me to take them. The greaves, the holy relic, they're yours.
Oh, nice. Hey! We got the greaves now. We're almost there. And the sword? What happened to it?
The wraith. It used it against Sir Roderick. I don't know how that evil thing could use the holy weapon, but it did. It screamed as it struck.
Take it easy, you're safe now. You were telling me about the sword? Yeah, I need the info, sorry man.
Sorry. I've already failed Sir Roderick once. I don't want to fail him again. I remember he said something about the sword before we... He was worried that the sword may have been turned to evil, that it may have to be reconsecrated on the altar of its creator, the divine Arche. That's all I remember. I hope it may help you.
That's useful. I'm sorry for your loss. You did well, Levin. I will avenge Sir Roderick. I will avenge Sir Roderick.
Sir, might I ask a boon? Let me come with you. I would become a Knight of the Nine and dedicate my life to the service of the gods.
I always found the word boon funny. Like, can I ask a boon from you? It just doesn't seem right, but go on, rise 11. You brought me the greed, so you've actually quested for a relic of being successful, unlike pretty much anyone else in this game. So go on, Lavin.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Knight. I will not fail you. Give me a moment to arm myself, and I will accompany you to Underpall Cave to destroy the foul wraith.
Alright, okay. Cool. And I've also noticed some other people here.
Let me arm myself, and I'll follow you to Underpall Cave to avenge Sir Roderick.
Okay, cool. They've also, if you've noticed, they've spruced this place up a little bit. Everything was broken and in disrepair, but now... Oh, look, we've got Sir Caradus, who followed us from Leowin here as well. There's chests and beds. Yeah, they've fixed the place up nicely. I'm guessing this is my room, since I'm the head knight. Yeah, well done, guys. You've been doing some work.
Well met, Sir Knight.
Let's talk to Evita.
We meet again. I am here to join your order, having received a divine vision from Kinnereth herself.
Yeah, a lot of people receiving visions
I have been
around
shown
here.
that to protect all Kinnereth's creations, I must take up your cause and be willing to lay down my life for you. So here I am. I have no doubt that our good works will be talked of in the eras to come.
I accept. Welcome to the order.
Thank you. I shall serve the Order to the best of my ability. I must change into something that suits a knight. Please excuse me.
Cool.
It's my... For you, of course.
Boots?
I am pleased to see that you have them.
Thanks.
It is said that the wearer has the blessing of Kinnereth upon him, and will not come to harm from creatures of the forest.
Oh, okay, that's what it does. So if I'm wearing the boots, creatures in the forest will not attack me, apparently. That's pretty useful.
Farewell.
Okay, so... Okay, we've completed the Priory of the Nine quest now. I've completed Sir Casimir's quest by recovering the gauntlets of the Crusader. I should return to the Priory and find out if there is any news of the remaining 2 relics. Oh, that actually just completed the quest. Fair enough. Okay, I think they're going to go get changed. Which is good for them. Is Salavan with me? I don't know. I don't really need him. And I might prefer if he stayed alive. But we're going to head back to Battlehorn Castle now. Oh, he is indeed with me. Cool, you just wait outside or come in with me. I don't know.
It is a privilege. Oblivion Island, near the hammer billboard. No one can. That's barren wasteland. So I've heard. Just like hand.
Okay. And we put all our stuff back. So yeah, that was a fun little quest. Not a little quest. It was quite a long quest. But we've geared up now. Got a lot of items of the Crusader now. We got the mace. We got the boots. Yeah, I guess some of the advantages these items give are the abilities that go with them. In fact, I want to see the gauntlets and the power of the gauntlets and the greaves before I make the decision to discard them. Not discard them, but put them away, you know. Let's get rid of everything else first. And of course, all the books we've just read, or taken, not necessarily read them all. Some interesting reads, particularly the one on the Knights of the Nine. And we solved a lot of the mysteries in that book already, which is nice. Hey, these books were worth 150 gold, weren't they? I guess maybe only a couple of them were. Okay. That'll do it then for the episode. So, to summarize, we quested for 4 different items of a Crusader. I think it was the boots we started with. We passed Kinnereth's test by not attacking the bear. And we got the boots. We then got the shield from one of the fort bulwark in Julianus. We had to fight through a bunch of conjurer dudes and solve a bunch of puzzles, which was interesting, I have to say. Definitely one of the more interesting caves / structures in Oblivion. Yeah, you did have to think a bit. I think the last quest would have been more difficult if I hadn't already done it before, but everything else seemed like fairly straightforward and easy. We did the Mace of Xenophar, which we had to wear the boots to walk across the platform in the vision to get. They heavily hinted at the link between Kinnereth and Xenophar, so that was why I had to wear the boots. Walk in the faith, I think, was one of the phrases used, so yeah, we managed to get the mace. And then the Church of Leowyn got attacked by some evil alien dudes. We had to fight them off. Unfortunately, lost a couple of people there, but that's a sign that the threat is very much alive, and they're not going to stop until they've desecrated all the chapels, I suppose. And then finally, we did the Gauntlets of the Crusader quest, where we took upon the Stendar's curse after Sir Casimir initially got it for his family by punching a beggar to death. But we healed Kellen of his curse and took it on for ourselves, and were then able to lift the Gauntlets of the Crusader. Actually, I did want to check. That does remind me. Merciful Touch. What does that do? Restore health 50 points on touch. It's pretty good power to have, so you can only have that if you're wearing the gauntlets. Maybe that will help us when we're fighting with Sir Lavin later. So it doesn't require any restoration, does it? Don't think so, anyway. No, they're lesser powers as opposed to spells, so I should be able to use this as much as I want, really. So hopefully I can be able to heal my allies from now on. What else? Greaves, that gives Blessing of the 8. Blessing of the 8, not the 9. Shield on touch, which is also pretty good. I don't think I need both. Agility, speed, and luck versus fatigue, 35 points. I think I'll still keep that. Greaves, restoration and destruction. Is it worth the extra power? No, I'd rather have the fatigue. So we'll put those back as well. Okay, so that is it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. In the next episode, we'll be doing the Faithful Squire. Lavin. Oh yeah, basically we need to go get the sword of the Crusader for the 9. I just read it off the screen, it doesn't sound right. The sword of the Crusader from Sir Beric, who is apparently still alive as an evil dude. And avenge Sir Roderick, who had tried to reclaim the sword and at least managed to bring us for Greaves. So yeah, that will be what we do in the next episode. But for now, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Sorry this video is coming out a bit late as well. Normally it would have been out on a Monday, but it'll probably be out today on the Tuesday. Just because it's been very busy and I've really struggled to find time to record recently. But yeah, I've got a bit of time now, so hopefully I can knock out this week's stuff. And I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.